season, that'll be I wouldn't say that'd be a surprise, but he is on. You can tell he is on the front list of most desirable, head coaches.
Yeah, and there were some decent jobs that opened this summer that he was a candidate for, because a lot of times you go to Team X that's 18 wins last year, and it's 4-year project. When he was talking like the Phoenix Suns, I'm like, wow, what a great job that would be to get.
Seriously.
But it's coming. It's coming for him.
I remember when Chris Webber was going to leave and Joe and Gavin Maloof did the whole we'll mow your lawn. Do you think we might get away with ways to bribe Jordy to just not leave? Probably not, huh?
Yeah. Gotta let him fly.
Yeah. Ways to bribe. Shut up. All right, we are on YouTube. We will take a break. Hi, everybody on YouTube. And I don't know, it's too bad there's not a special way to send out a Batman signal to everybody who's like, oh, they're not on YouTube today. Do we have that? We have that?
This the microphone.
Wish we had that capability where anyone who subscribes to KHTK, we should be able to send them a notification. We're on YouTube now, so just go to YouTube, Sactown Sports, and thank you. Please understand, Jay Johnson went from 0 to getting us on YouTube at 7 a.m. with little help. So thank you, Jay, very much for that. We will take a break. I think by 7:30 we might actually be a normal show.
Might be.
I think
Are we ever normal?
The medics have visited us. We're being gauzed up and we're good to go.
Gauzed.
Hour 1 in the books. When we come back, let's get to it. The Niners blitz the Steelers. We got highlights, probably not, and we will recap everything. We'll do that next.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
And then I was selling pretzels out of a cart in San Francisco at the time.
Like the people who sell them at the arena or at the stadiums? Did you have a holler?
Like a pretzel barker?
Pretzel! Something like that. I don't know.
How would that have gone again?
I don't want to do it in case Chris. I'm sure Chris already cut it. Actually, he can. Pretzel. God, I hate him so much.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Meet Bruce.
Hey there.
He's a busy soccer dad who's trying hard to learn the game.
Go for the end zone.
Whoops. Luckily, other things come easy, like banking with Chase. On a tip from his banker, he set up AutoSave in the Chase mobile app. So what are you saving for, Bruce?
Father-daughter soccer camp.
Smart bankers, convenient tools, one bank with the power of both. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
AutoSave requires a Chase checking and savings account. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Your health is important, so keep yourself and your family covered with Medi-Cal. Medi-Cal renewals will be happening soon. So if you have Medi-Cal, make sure you don't miss any important renewal information. If you've moved in the last 3 years, check and update your mailing address, email address, and phone number. Learn more at keepmedicalcoverage.org. That's keepmedicalcoverage.org. Paid for by the California Department of Healthcare Services. Whether you own a local business or a global one, you're always looking for ways to position your operation to create opportunities and move on them faster. With Bank of America, you get access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter. Locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
Hold up. You're using Swiffer Power Mop? What would Mom say?
Oh, she'd be like, a mopping bucket is the only way to deep clean your floors. And I'd be like, Mom, this is the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one that gets you a mop and bucket clean in half the time.
She'd never believe you.
I'd say, look, the solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket. And the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get into grout lines. That's why you're the smart one.
Really?
What? Mom said it.
The new Swiffer Power Mop. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
At Bank of America, there's one question we ask our customers to learn what matters most. It's not, how much money do you have? It's not even, how much money would you like to have? No, our question isn't about money. It's about you and what you want to achieve. Because that's what's most important. So, what would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton. See all our inventory and specials at AcuraofStockton.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I'm very honored by that.
Another young quarterback here trying to get it going himself, and Kenny Pickett. That is absolutely shut down. Second down and long. Kenny Pickett in trouble. That is juggled and dropped by Fred Warner. Pickett is sacked again. Drake Jackson.
A fine open for the San Francisco 49ers as they drub. Is that a good word?
That works.
Jason?
That was fitting.
They go into Pittsburgh, and look, they were favored by, depending on where you went, 2.5.
Yeah. A lot of people thought Pittsburgh could win this game, though.
I thought Pittsburgh could win this game.
Mm-hmm.
I will oftentimes do the whole reverse jinxie thing. Mike Tomlin always has his teams ready to go. The Bosa thing coming in late, going on the road, Colton McKivitz, thought, you know what, this is going to be one of those, there's rain on the forecast. I'm thinking on Friday going in, it's just going to be one of those. Just get the loss out of the way, screw it, and they'll be fine, but it's going to be, some sloppy 17-14, 20-17. I legit, I wasn't like Steelers going to win, but I picked them, and boy, the Niners just went out in that first half, especially. It was really up until the very end of the first half.
Yeah.
It was just men amongst boys.
Yeah, what was it? 4 possessions until the Steelers got a first down?
They were at like minus yardage through most of the first half.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe they get a first down. It was a penalty, and then they got the first down again or something.
Yeah.
And you almost like, even when they got the first down, I was like, oh, okay.
Good for them. Cute.
Good for Antioch's Najee Harris.
Right. That to me was really impressive. Just the way the Niners came out and were ready to go. Like the execution, the way they play. And what's good to me is, wasn't perfect. Right. It was really good. And I still think there's some areas to clean up. And that's, to me, should be exciting for the 49ers.
Sure. And there are, I said after the game, like, I have no notes. Well, I do. I am worried about the right side. I'm worried about Colton McKivitz, who basically looked like.
But that's a good D front too.
Yes, it is. And TJ Watt is a monster.
Yep.
And look, it's one game. It's one spot, and they're gonna obviously do some things. He looked like Mike McGlinchey.
Yeah.
What did he look like? He looked like McGlinchey last year. Honestly, funny enough, Jason, there was as a Niner fan, and this is where you can tell I'm really nitpicking. As a Niner fan, there was a part of the game for a good 5-minute stretch where I was getting my blood pressure was up at the beginning just because I'm excited, but I was getting angry. Like I was not having fun. I was yelling at the television. I was well, what do you mean? 30-7. When were you yelling at the television? I understand this is nitpicking. I do not understand why Christian McCaffrey was getting fed the ball late in the fourth quarter, time and time again. I get it. I understand. Look, the dude already had 150 yards or whatever. The game was in. This is one thing Kyle Shanahan does that consistently pisses me off. If you're blowing a team out and the game is decided, pull your guys, please. I'm so glad we're sitting here today, and there was absolutely no penalty for that whatsoever. I mean, Trent Williams, second half got a little something with his rib or whatever. He's fine. But I'm watching, and I'm going, oh God, just can we get more Elijah Mitchell? Can we get more other? Can we just pull everybody? Why is Sam Darnold not in? Like, can we? Because all it takes. We saw it with Brock Purdy last year. It's just one goofy, weird, my hand slapped off the helmet, or McCaffrey's just running a simple little straightforward. Oh no, somebody rolled up on his leg. He's out forever. But that was literally the most angry I got all day, is because our coach wasn't pulling his starters. And if that's the angriest I get all year, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess good problems to have, but you don't want it to be a serious problem. I'm with you on that. I mean, that didn't make a lot of sense.
Come on, man.
As far as an opener, where they had to play, who they were playing, what their preseason was like, kind of the Niners preseason and a little bit in disarray with, the Trey Lance thing versus Bosa. That it felt like all the momentum that shifted. Matt Barrows talked to us last week from about Wednesday on was just a jolt to the team when Bosa arrives. And I don't know, they were just ready to go. And sometimes there's just some rust or it's not sharp today. Well, they were sharp early and often. Moody was good. I mean,
right? Where's my Moody guy? Where are you at? Come on.
Just a lot of things were very positive.
Moody was, what was he? 3 for 3 on extra points, and then 3 for 3. And by the way, they weren't all chippies either.
Right.
Yeah, Jake Moody, and also, by the way, none of them were in doubt.
Right.
Jake Moody, like if you
had one that was like a little right to left, but it was right down the middle by the end.
A little draw, like a golf shot. Yeah. But hell, if you'd have moved the posts in by about 3 feet on either side, he's still fine. Now, I mean, that's just one. You may remember Patrick Peterson from last week.
Yes,
remember that he was on with Brian McFadden.
There is some tell signs out there that tells us what plays we're going to get when those guys in certain situations.
So wait a minute. So you got a little insight on just from your film study, telling signs on when they're gonna do certain things already.
Oh, come on, Mac. You
got your cheat code ready.
Come on, Mac. You watched film before.
Patrick Peterson predicted he was going to get a.
He was close.
He was actually very close. You think Brock Purdy heard what he said?
Maybe.
The second touchdown on the right side, the deep ball. Is that on Patrick Peterson?
To his credit, and I said this last week too. You agree? I like Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a player, and he's a hell of a mind. Here he was post game.
Their offense. Did they ditch those? Or
It was there. I had opportunity to get 2 picks. I just didn't grab it in, but credit to those guys. Those guys did a great job of, sticking to their game plan and, really get into their identity, which is run the football, misdirections, hit those bang-aids, hit those deep stops. That's just what they do.
Yeah, and I think I know it was the first possession, but let's just say it was the first 2. It was like Kittle got the big 4th down. Debo. Ayuk was great. McCaffrey. Then you're just going like they're all here and they're using them all. And at all different times, it's like, man, Debo looks like he's impossible to stop. Ayuk's having a game. McCaffrey gets loose. Oh, there's Kittle on the most important play on that drive in the 4th down. I mean, Purdy made all the plays.
It just was great.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm so happy. And
it's a glimpse of what they can be.
That's exactly right. They're not at full speed yet.
Right.
That's the thing. And at some point, we're all excited and there's so much content to get to today. But at some point, whether we get to it today or later in the week, the 49ers have cleared over $40 million in cap space over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. They restructured Eric Armstead's contract. The 49ers have the most cap space in the National Football League right now. I don't know. You don't know.
Do they have more money? What happened?
They have all the money. And so the thought is, well, what are they going to do with it? Like the logical, natural thought is that's going to give them over the summer to keep a lot of these guys and restructure and all that. But I remember not that long ago where in the middle of the year, they grabbed, the best running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
worked out.
There's guys out there right now. Like, for example, Brian Burns is having contract issues. That's kind of the hot topic. Could the Niners add even more firepower to this team? We got a ton of Niners coverage. By the way, before we go to break, just a fact from the Elias Sports Bureau. I thought you'd be interested in this, Jason. In the entire history of the 49ers franchise, one of the oldest franchises in the NFL, they are undefeated on Sactown Sports 1140. Sactown Sports 1140, the home of the Niners.
It's true.
They've never lost. Yeah. Never lost. And Greg Papa will join us on Friday as well. The voice of the Niners to talk about this game and preview Sunday's game, the weekend's game against the Rams. Matt Barrows would normally join us today. He is on a plane as we speak from Pittsburgh. Hopefully a little fatter from those Fermenti sandwiches he ate. He'll join us tomorrow. We will take a break. Quick 90-second break. When we come back, 3 for Madness brought to you by Fire Wings.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award?
Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Eileen Javor in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Starting at our Monday morning with some cool temperatures. We'll see those temperatures warm, though, with plenty of sunshine back into the mid-90s this afternoon with a light breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The game of football is about pain. Ever since I was 5 years old, it's been all about football. It's been about running, jumping, blocking, tackling. I stopped playing at 31.
You're listening to Michael Robinson, retired pro fullback.
I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. I'm so glad that those arch supports are in my shoes. I have terrible foot issues that prevented me from really having a normal life with my kids. With the Good Feet arch supports, man, I'm always ready. My kids actually got to enjoy me in the yard more, racing each other, backpedaling, teaching them some things, being a dad. If I had known about the Good Feet arch support earlier, I would have more than one championship. I would have 2 championship rings.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville.
3 questions,
3 answers.
It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, 3 for Madness brought to you by Fire Wings. 21 different flavors to choose from. Maybe you perhaps enjoyed a nice tasty Fire Wing over the weekend. Fire Wings, just wing it. Jay Johnson in this morning doing yeoman's work, they say, and he really has, just kind of cleaning a bunch of stuff up. We are on YouTube now. If you tried to join us earlier, we were having some tech issues there. Pretty much everything just about is back up to snuff, including 3 for Madness with Jay. Question 1.
Yes, sir, CD. Give me your not so obvious MVP from the opening Sunday's schedule in the NFL, sir.
Okay, well, not so obvious. So
so obvious.
There's some ones out there. I will say this, watching on Red Zone channel, so I'm getting clips here and there, but I got enough. Tyreek Hill is not a human being.
Yeah.
I don't know what he is, but he is not human. Somebody actually put out a clip of a couple of his routes that he caught yesterday, and the caption was, there's no member of any secondary in NFL history, not Dion, not Jalen Ramsey. Nobody is guarding him correctly when he's doing this stuff. Tyreek Hill's, it's not, I don't know if he's the fastest guy in the NFL. If not, he's top 5. But it's that burst that he has that's just insane. 215 yards. Jason, I'm going to make a prediction that is honestly, it's like, duh. But again, we deal with injuries. And we talked about this before the season, about Tua Tagovailoa and staying healthy. But if Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill play at least 15 games together, you're getting a new receiving yard single season. He's busting 2,000.
What's crazy, too, is it comes off the heels of watching every Chiefs receiver drop every pass.
I know, right?
And you go, man, him with Mahomes just last year and this year just would have been unfair.
And look, Kareem Hunt left or was booted from the Chiefs for off-field reasons, but it doesn't stop you from thinking, if they had Tyreek Hill, if they had Kareem Hunt in the back, because that's another thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's Pacheco and Edwards-Helaire. They're not Kareem Hunt.
Right.
And you top that with Tyreek Hill, just it's a cheat code. Forget about it. So for me, my not so obvious MVP, 215 yards, Tyreek Hill.
I'm going to go. It's the most difficult position to play in quarterback. And we saw all these rookie quarterbacks get starts. They all lost. But I feel like he's almost a rookie. Jordan Love.
Yes.
I mean, to replace, you go from Favre to Rodgers to Jordan Love. And I don't know that Chicago is the world beaters or anything like that, but it doesn't matter. They won comfortably. He was very good. 3 touchdowns. If we're looking for a not so obvious, I just think he had a great debut, at least this year. He's played more for them before, but I mean, there's a start to the season in a year where not a lot is being said about the Packers besides him. Well, he responded. I thought Jordan Love had a great day.
Question number 2.
Question 2.
All right, we'll kick it over to you, Jason. What was your biggest surprise from this opening Sunday schedule in the NFL?
Surprise for me, the Cincinnati Bengals offense. Joe Burrow got the bag. You know, they've got all the offense. This is a team that was a few plays away from getting back to the Super Bowl last year. It's game 1. I'm not worried about them per se, but 3 points against the Browns? 3 points. And they took Burrow out at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And I forget, there was some stat floating around, Dave, where the amount of passes he completed for the amount of yards he got was maybe even a record setting. And it just
14 of 31 for 82 yards.
So he completed 14 passes. Still, I mean, it's not a great day, but 85 yards?
That's ridiculous.
Like, you didn't get that on one play of that offense. So that, to me, was the stunner of yesterday. Not that they lost,
right,
but that they scored 3 points.
Just under 6 yards per pass. Yeah, Joe Burrow, is he a fraud? Highest paid player in the NFL.
Got his money and quit the game.
Boy, that's how you and on one side you had Joe Burrow. On the other side, you had Deshaun Watson. He threw a pick, but 16 to 29, $154. He had a touchdown on the ground, 45 yards. We said it. If Deshaun Watson can even look anything like Houston Deshaun Watson, the Browns are going to be a serious problem. I'm going second. So, Jason, I don't mind saying we're not counting the lines over the Chiefs. That was Thursday. There's a lot here. I think the Browns beating the Bengals, more of the Bengals only scoring 3, like you said, is huge. There's a lot of things here. The Cardinals staying with the Commanders. Like you said, Jordan Love just decimating the Bears in Chicago. The Patriots coming back. It was 16-0 Eagles. The Patriots came back, only lost that by 5. How about the Rams going into Seattle and just spanking them? I'm going to give it to Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers.
Oh, there you go.
How about you going to Minnesota?
Tom Brady who?
Yeah, right. Who cares? Old Baker, he's probably not good.
He's a gamer.
But he's a game. Went in. He's diving all over the place. You could tell he wanted it. And they held on with both hands. Baker Mayfield on the day, 21-34, $173, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Good for him.
And good, I agree. Good for him. And Buccaneers are 1-0. The Vikings lose their home opener. I did not see that coming. Number 3.
Question 3.
All right, Dave, we'll stay with you, brother. Josh Allen and the Bills or Aaron Rodgers and the Jets? Who do you have tonight, brother?
916-339-1140 is our text line. Just want to throw this out there from the 209. Good morning, Jason. Make sure your parking brake isn't partially engaged. They're giving you advice from the beeping you're going through.
Okay.
I think it's important.
I don't think it is.
We're
but
live
that's
and
good.
local.
I'm going to double check it.
Double check
Yeah,
it. Could
thank
be
you.
the problem. I'm going to stay with the by the way, one note on this game tonight. It has been announced DeMar Hamlin will not play tonight. So everyone, I like what somebody said preseason. I'm sure more than a couple said this. If DeMar Hamlin plays like a play this year, he's comeback player of the year. Yeah. Just shut it down. Yeah. He's comeback player of the year if he plays one play this year. But better safe than sorry. I think we all agree with that. So he will not be playing tonight. I'm going to stick with the hype. I'm not getting off the hype train. The Aaron Rodgers has yet to lose as a Jet. And look, on paper, man, look, the Bills are a great team. I 100% could see them going into New York and winning. This is going to be a madhouse, especially after, if I'm correct, this is a whole. Yeah, so they're turning over they're turning over MetLife Stadium from last night where the Giants got blasted 40-0.
That was rough.
And now it's going to be JetLife Stadium, as
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers said, hosting the only team that actually plays in New York, the Buffalo Bills. Bills could easily go in here and win this. I completely get it. Maybe shut down the hype train for a while. I see that storyline. But, dude, quarterbacks mean something. Breece Hall, Dalvin Cook, that receiving core, Aaron Rodgers, that defense is for real. This should be a fun game to watch. I'm going to take the Jets.
Yeah, I'm excited about the game, that's for sure. The hype has been a lot, and it's starting to finally get to me. I'm like, man, maybe the Jets are good, but I'm still going to pick the Bills.
Yeah, that's smart.
Partially because, and this, I guess this is a slam on the Jets, but more so the media. If the Jets win, it'd be pretty painful to deal. Just like the talk about over exaggeration, like they can win the Super Bowl and all that stuff. And like they have the longest playoff drought. I just want to see them be a good team. We don't need to jump all the way to Super Bowl for the Jets, but it's game 1 for them. I'm going to take the Bills.
Imagine if the Jets go out and beat the Bills like 35-10.
Oh, the hype train's in full throw.
Then it's almost like too much.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. What an entertaining football Sunday. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, Overreaction Monday. It's back. Jason, I have some things that I want to share with you. Do you believe in it? Or is it an overreaction? We'll get to that next.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
When Joe Montana retired, he was, of course, regarded as what? The greatest of all time. Many in this area, of course, and bless you if you're one of them, still consider Joe Montana the greatest of all time. Whatever.
Is that what people from Boston sound like to you?
I mean, 4-0 is 4-0.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Eileen Javor in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Starting at our Monday morning with some cool temperatures. We'll see those temperatures warm, though, with plenty of sunshine back into the mid-90s this afternoon with a light breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Shop Folsom Lake Kia for all your favorite models at low prices and payments, plus low finance rates and zero down deals with approved credit. Go see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia right here in Sacramento for over 20 years.
There's fun for the whole family at Sutter Health Park. Join the River Cats every Saturday with the purchase of the Family Fun Pack. Starting at only $89, the Family Fun Pack includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 exclusive River Cats hats. Take your fan experience to the next level with the Governor's Club Family Pack and enjoy the post-game fireworks show from the field. Make your plans to join the fun at rivercats.com/family pack.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got him. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Sactown Sports
Headlines.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Nothing like overreactions on a Monday.
That's what we do, especially after week 1.
Gotta have overreactions. Jay Johnson behind the glass doing amazing work on the fly for us. And, you know, in celebration of Jay doing such an amazing thing, I know it's something near and dear to his heart. Want to, on behalf of Jay, remind all of you to come out to the Marysville Stampede September 16th and 17th at the Cotton Rosser Arena. Get your tickets, MarysvilleStampede.com. Also want to remind you, coming up on the program, the return of 4 Down Territory. We'll do that at 8:27. We'll be recapping the NFL weekend with some highlights, with some fun stuff. But Jason, it was fun.
It was great to have football all day long. Some good, some bad, some ugly. Again, that's what happens now after week 1. Teams that are 0-1, our season is doomed.
Mm-hmm.
Some teams are going to be just fine. And then other teams, maybe that was a sign of things to come.
Jay, if we've got some sort of NFL-y bed music, whatever, in fact, I think he's efforting it. I'll let him effort that. And in the meantime, I'll just throw some questions at you. I wrote a few things down.
Okay.
And we'll start with number 1, because 40-0 against the Giants, who were the surprise team of last year, a playoff team. The Cowboys, who always travel well. It sounded like a home game for them. The Cowboys go into MetLife Stadium and just, Jason, this wasn't like 40-0. As funny as this sounds, doesn't do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
It really almost looked like I felt like Brian Daboll should have had an opportunity. Thank you, Jay. Should have had an opportunity to where he could just literally wave a white flag and mercy rule, because that offensive line, or whatever you want to call it, was about as stable as one of my movements Monday after enchilada night. It was just, it wasn't there, dude. It was sad. Question for you, or statement for you. The Dallas Cowboys are a top 2 team in the NFC. Do you believe it, or is that an overreaction?
Man, it's somewhere closer to in between there, because I would say this. I still, at the moment, feel very strongly about the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Sure.
But I feel like this is to be determined. Dallas can get into that club. Like, I don't think this is – you're not asking about Tampa Bay. You're not asking about the Saints. The Cowboys are right there. They were right there last year. They've been there the last couple of years. They've got a breakthrough in the postseason, but they've got a lot of talent. This is a good team. So I don't think it's an overreaction. It's just by defining it as 2 teams. I think right now I would say Eagles and Niners, but they can change this narrative really easily. I don't think this is a stretch. Do you?
No.
Again, to me, it almost won't even matter if Dallas goes 14-3 is the 1 seed. Like, they got to prove it in January. To me, this group.
I think maybe the most amazing thing when you look at any box score from yesterday, and you can find quite a few, but you tell me yesterday at 3 p.m. before the game starts that Dallas was going to beat the Giants 40-0. I certainly wouldn't have had Dak Prescott at 13-24 for 143 yards and no touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is, you give me that box score before the game, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, so Giants, it's raining.
Yeah.
Giants and Saquon Barkley, 17-10, 40-0.
Yeah. I mean, there were special team scores, fumble. Yeah, they took the spirit away.
I think it's an overreaction right now, but not, like you said, not
It's
much
close.
of one. It is close. The thing is, we've all seen this before. We've seen this movie play out. The Cowboys have some crazy impressive wins. They go 13-4, 12-5, and get to the playoffs and shut it down. Here's the thing I worry about as a Niner fan is that it's that defense. That Cowboy defense is something else, man. It is for real, and it is not out of the realm of possibility that at the end of the season they have the number one defense. That is not out of the realm of possibility as much as we Niner fans want to think otherwise. I still think the Niners will have it.
Right.
Cowboys are right there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Second one, this is also Cowboy related. Overreaction or not, Jason, the Dallas Cowboys had the most impressive win so far in week 1.
I'm going to go overreaction on that one. I am going to go to the 49ers. I thought they were the most complete team. I guess both were on the road. They were playing a rival, which you could argue is a little more difficult because just all the knowledge the Giants have on the Cowboys. But I think the Giants overachieved a year ago. I think Brian Daboll did an amazing job. I think he got everything he possibly could out of that team.
I agree.
I think the Steelers are pretty good. I did not have a good day, and I think that's all credit to the 49ers. I think the Niners looked great from the get-go, firing on all cylinders. And then there were some lapses, too. Last 2 minutes of the half, 3 minutes, some little glimpses in the second half. They could be even better, but they were really, really good in a tough place to play.
I think it's between those two. But I'm going to buy it. I do think so. I totally get all of your points. The Niners go into Pittsburgh. They beat them. They really shut them down. The fact that no team in the NFL was dominated over the weekend more than the Giants were, and they are a returning playoff team, and it was on the road, and it was in the rain, and the Cowboys literally made them look like a college football team. It was insane. I hear arguments for the Niners. You could be right, but I found myself yesterday going, "Oh my God, this is domination like you rarely see in the NFL." That was absolutely ridiculous. All right, moving on. Overreaction Monday. This is the beginning of the end of the Chiefs dynasty.
100% overreaction. Not even remotely worried about the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't love that they dropped that many passes in game 1. I think Detroit's pretty good. All that being said, it just felt like they're still going to win. If they got the ball one more time, I thought they were going to win, even with as many drops as they had. They have Mahomes. They have a chance every week. They're good. Oh, by the way, 2 of their most important players didn't play.
Yeah.
So they're going to be fine.
2 of their most important players didn't play, and they still barely lost that game. You put Kelsey in that game, Jones in that game. It's almost certainly a Chiefs win.
They're good.
I agree with you. It's an overreaction, but I do want to say this. I don't think this Chiefs team with Travis Kelsey and with Chris Jones, I don't think this Chiefs team gets out of the AFC. I think
that's very possible.
I think that they have disregarded receiver, non-tight end receiver, and running back, that whole backfield. I'm not a Pacheco guy. I'm not a Edwards-Helaire guy. I think they're both average running backs. I think that receiving core is an average receiving core. I think they're looking at what
hey, they can get Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette.
Honestly, they're out there. And I think what they've done is it's a copycat league.
Yeah.
They're looking at what Tom Brady did with his receiving core, which other than Randy Moss wasn't filled with crazy all-stars. Aaron Rodgers towards the end, it was, Alan Lazard, Cobb, and whoever. The better the quarterback, the more you can kind of downsize the wide receivers, but this is too much.
Yeah.
Sky Moore, Dave Richard came on Friday, had some nice things to say about Sky Moore. We'll see there. Kadarius Toney, maybe it was a bad game, but he had these problems with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say this version, I don't think gets past the Bills. I don't think, Chargers are going to be difficult. Bills will be difficult. The Jets might be difficult. The Dolphins, who we haven't even really talked about a ton. I think that's a team that needs to make a midseason move. That's a team that needs to grab someone. Speaking of the Dolphins, Overreaction Monday. We asked you this question about the Cowboys. We'll ask you this about the Dolphins. Are the Dolphins, Jason, a top 2 team? 2 in the AFC. Overreaction, or are you a believer?
I think that's an overreaction. This one needs to be proven. I think the AFC is so good, top to bottom. They're really deep. Tonight's winner is going to feel like a top 2 team. The Browns beating the Bengals. I wouldn't put the Browns there, but that's a quality win from an AFC team that's been really tough to beat. I'm still a huge fan of what the Chiefs can do each and every week. I think, though the Chargers lost to the Dolphins, could have won the game. That's a good football team. The Ravens are good. I still think the Steelers might be good. This is a to-be-determined conference to me. I think the AFC is loaded.
Yeah.
And quarterback play is great. I wouldn't put Tua at the top of the quarterback list, though he had a great debut yesterday, or great week 1, I should say.
I hope that obviously everyone hopes Tua Tagovailoa stays healthy. I hope he stays healthy for all the reasons you're thinking. Also, he has an opportunity to have a special year.
Yes, he does.
He is
great
good.
Weapons. Yeah.
Great weapons. He's tremendous. There's talk about Miami re-engaging now on Jonathan Taylor. Also, you wonder if the Baltimore Ravens now losing their starting running back to a torn Achilles, if they're going to engage on Jonathan Taylor. If you add Taylor to that Miami offense, and you now have Waddle and Tyreek Hill and everybody else they have, Raheem Mostert did fine yesterday, got in the end zone. Xavier Howard actually had a rough game for the Dolphins. He was called for multiple penalties, was getting beaten more than usual. I want to say he had 3, maybe 4 penalties yesterday. And he's one of the best backs in the game. The Dolphins could be a top 2 team in the AFC, but I'm with you. I need more. I need more to get past the Chiefs, to get past the Bills. Like you said, it is an absolutely loaded conference for sure. Moving on, the rumors of Justin Fields' jump this year were exaggerated. Is that an overreaction, or are you a believer?
Well, okay, this one I thought from the beginning, before they even played a game, the amount of MVP talk floored me. I mean, just absolutely floored me. I said, look, I'm not rooting against Justin Fields. I think he could have a great year. I just don't think the Bears are that great. So, I mean, even if he has statistically an awesome year and they win, 7 or 8 games would be a good jump for them.
Yeah.
That's not enough to overtake a quarterback or a running back or receiver from a 13-win team that's a difference maker. So that part was too far, but I still think he can make a jump. He didn't have a great game yesterday, but I think there's a lot of talent there. So it's not an overreaction. I guess elements of it aren't. It's just where they're going to MVP, that's an overreaction. But a jump, I think he's going to make that.
I gotta be clear before I say what I'm about to say. I actually think Justin Fields is an incredible young man. He came out yesterday and apologized to the fans, apologized to the teammates, because with Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay, that's a rivalry game, Soldier Field, and Green Bay came in and put it on the Bears. It's not Justin Fields' fault, and honest to goodness, I'm rooting for him for 2 reasons, and I've said this time and time again. The next Ohio State quarterback to have success in the NFL will really be the first.
Yeah.
No, Joe Burrow doesn't count. Secondly, the next Chicago Bears quarterback to be good will be the first we've seen since Sid Luckman, and we were watching
Sid?
Black and White. Yeah, and no, Jim McMahon, go look at his numbers. Jim McMahon was an average at best NFL quarterback. The history is working against Justin Fields. I'd love to see him correct it, but I'd also love to see what would happen if Justin Fields were covered like Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Because if Justin Fields was covered by Trey Lance, Justin Fields would have already been traded. Last year, a lot of people, rightfully so, understandably so, are pointing to his 1,100-yard, 8-touchdown rushing year. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to say it's easy to do that. It certainly is not, but don't compare those to the numbers of a running back, because quarterbacks have an advantage on that. A lot of teams, they'll give up some yards to a quarterback on the ground to save giving up yards through the air. It's just the way it is. So they'll let him rush all day long. The problem is he's barely completing 6 out of 10 passes career. He's thrown exactly 3 more touchdowns than he has interceptions. He's in his 3rd season. He ain't making the leap yet. I don't see him making the leap. I don't see him being the Bears quarterback more than another year or 2. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm rooting for the young man. He sounds like a cool guy. I just don't see it, Jason Ross. I don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Best of luck to him.
Best of luck to him and those long-suffering Bear fans.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll move on to the recap of the NFL weekend. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about my friends at Five Wings. 21 different flavors to choose from. Maybe you enjoyed some over the weekend. Maybe you were fire winging it on Sunday, midday, late day. Or maybe you had other food going on. And you're thinking, you know what, I'm saving it for Monday Night Football. Well, good. Now's your time. Save it up, baby. Because Fire Wings is ready to go as we speak. There are wings soaking in buttermilk all night long to give it that special tang, that tenderness, as the buttermilk just breaks everything down so that when you bite into that nice, crunchy, tasty fire wing, it's gold, baby. Whether it's breaded Malaysian curry, Saigon Kick, or Saigon Street, I should say. Saigon Kick, that was a band. Love is on the way. 90s rock ballad, monster ballads. Get yours today. I'm talking about Saigon Kick, the flavor of wing, and so much more. You can go to firewings.com right now, and you can order at 7:42 in the morning. You can order and just have it set to pick up whenever you want. Lunch, dinner, whatever it may be. Don't cook tonight. Get yourself some Fire Wings, locally owned and operated. You tell them you're good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll recap the NFL weekend coming up next. Sactown Sports.
The 49ers head to L.A. to take on their longtime rival, the Rams.
Pregame starts at noon with the kickoff at 1:05.
On Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. DayQuil Kids Berry from Vicks. DayQuil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that DayQuil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
DayQuil Kids Berry. The Kids Berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids. Medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
At Bank of America, we learn what matters most by asking our customers one simple question. What would you like the power to do?
I'd like the power to worry less.
The power to make my parents comfortable.
The power to...
agree on a monthly budget?
Oh, hey, that'd be nice.
No matter what your financial goal is, we're here to help. Bank of America, what would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Oh, God, he's back.
Who's back?
The clown.
The naked one?
Yes, Giggles. He just drove on the lot in a new Kia.
Does he want to trade it in?
No, he wants to show it off.
Isn't he showing off enough? Oh, here he comes.
See what Elk Grove Kia did for me? That's service. That's why they got my business, not you.
I think we've already seen too much of your business. Thank you.
Elk Grove Kia. Great service for everyone.
Elk Grove Kia has never made it easier for you to show it off. Don't worry about credit. No credit, bad credit, charge-offs, repos. Don't worry. Our team has over 100 years of experience. Others say no. Elk Grove Kia says yes. Get your next Kia today at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or elkgrovekia.com and show it off today.
Elk Grove Kia.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports.
Coming out to the Marysville Stampede, September 16th and 17th. Cotton Rosser Arena. Get your tickets at MarysvilleStampede.com. Jay Johnson in helping us out today. It's some good, fresh pitching. Bringing in nice right arm fastball. Jason Ross.
Bring heat.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, one thing I always do like to do is go to the experts. For example, Good Morning Football. Kind of see where everybody was over the weekend. See where this guy was on the Niners and Steelers games. Peter Schrager.
And that they played in the NFC Championship game. And, you know, the Niners might go to the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong. The Niners might be that pick.
What?
But I couldn't imagine drawing up a worse week 1 matchup for a team that is with a quarterback coming off an elbow injury who we haven't seen in real action yet, really. I would see a player that is their best defensive player, not on the field at the moment, and a trip to a place that has already playing midseason. I think the 49ers-Steelers game has upset written all over it.
No, didn't happen.
He's not the only one that thought that, though.
No, he didn't. I thought it, too. I thought there was going to be an upset. I wear it. He should wear it. The one we should always listen to, though. I'm just going to scroll right through this. Do we still run Colin Cowherd?
No.
No?
No.
Well, it's too bad because Colin Cowherd had his blazing 5 picks ahead of week 1. Let's see how he did.
Our first 2023 Blazing 5.
That's a hot one. Let's blaze it up.
Fire it up.
It's Collins Blazing 5. 49ers and Steelers.
I'm taking Pittsburgh plus 2.5. They ended last season.
Okay, well that
0-1.
Yeah, that didn't work, Jason.
Okay.
I but you know you're gonna make mistakes and stuff, right? Okay, well let's move on to this next game.
Jaguars and Colts.
I'm taking the Colts plus 4.5. Divisional home underdog, 7-0 against the spread. Week 1.
Oh.
0-2.
You know what, though? People have bad days.
Yeah, Colts were hanging around.
Colin Cowherd's been doing this a long, long time.
He's got more than 2 picks.
That's why it's called the Blazing 5.
Yeah.
Let's see how he did pick 3.
Eagles and Patriots.
Taking Bill Belichick at home as a dog plus 4. By the way, he's 16-7 week 1 as a head coach. 16-2 record. He's a very good opening coach. Bill O'Brien.
Did they
missed by a point?
Oh, he missed by a point. Okay, well, that was close.
3.
We're getting better.
I didn't dislike that pick.
I didn't dislike that pick at all. 0-3. All right. Well, you know what? Never a good time like the present to stop the schneid, right? Okay.
6.
Dolphins and Chargers.
The only favorite I like this weekend, I like the Chargers -3. Kellen Moore's a difference maker.
They scored 34. They just gave up 36.
It was a good game. But you know what? Bring it. I have a feeling
he'll close out with a bang.
He's going to close
That's
out.
That's what's Blazing 5. All you have to do is win one.
Just win one. You feel good. And you know what? End on a good note to get momentum going for week 2.
Yeah.
All right, Colin. Here we go.
Best pick of the week.
Bring it home, baby.
3.
Cowboys and Giants.
Give me the G-man. By the way, do you know they were the best team in the league last year against the spread? Daboll is a dog, 13-4, dog barking here. Darren Waller will help the tight end spot. Rookie Jalen Hyatt, I think, is explosive. He's a rookie receiver. Keep your eye on both. Daniel Jones at home last year. Young quarterbacks are often better at home. He's pretty good at home. 94 passer rating.
And sometimes you lose as a victim of the point spread.
Yes.
He lost every team he picked lost anyway. In general.
Every team he picked lost. I think my favorite part was like, I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah, the G-Man.
The Dallas Cowboys are the first team in NFL history to open a season with a 40 or more point shutout win over a team that made the playoffs in the regular season. Jay Johnson, if you got some music for me, here we go as we roll through at least some of the weekend. Falcons Panthers, here's what I remember. 2 things. Number 1, pretty cool first touchdown for Bijan Robinson as he juked everyone. However, how many of you were like me that played Bijan Robinson who got in with a touchdown and you're going against some doofus that started Tyler Algier who had 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Why did you draft Bijan Robinson with a top 10 pick, only to give other guy who, by the way, not for nothing, I believe was a 1,000-yard rusher last year at 22 years old. So what are you doing?
This is a team, they said it early on, they want to run the ball. They're going to be a little different. It's a pass-happy league. They had 2 guys that had, 25 carries between them. It's one game, but I think that's what Atlanta wants to do is be a ground attack team. We'll see if that works for them.
Bengals, Browns. Woo! Jamar Chase called the Browns the Elves after the game, of which the Cleveland Browns won 24-3. I didn't understand this at first. The Browns official NFL Twitter account put out a picture of a very sad Tigger from Winnie the Pooh with the Bengals logo on it, the Tiger logo, and it showed him like walking away crying in the distance. And it said, "Welcome to Kentucky." I didn't realize this, but apparently out there, like a sick burn on Cincinnati in Ohio words, is that Cincinnati's in Kentucky. So I actually spent time on Google Maps last night. I did not know this. Cincinnati literally borders Kentucky. And so Ohioans, some of them, they don't claim Cincinnati. They say it's a part of Kentucky, and that's like a sick burn.
I had no idea any of that was real.
Me neither.
Yeah.
None of it. Learn. NFL teaches
Kentucky is really next.
Cincinnati literally borders like the Ohio River, and then boom, it's less than it's like 0.12 miles to the border. Like there's no you cross the bridge, and boom, there you go. It's like Omaha in Iowa. Omaha. The story of this game, I don't even know, other than Joe Burrow stunk.
Yeah,
it was
Browns
terrible.
Defense, Jim Schwartz, new defensive coordinator. He's been good before. Browns defense has some players, and obviously Garrett had the big sack late in the game to really keep the hopes squashed for Cincinnati.
It was 21-17 Colts at home. Anthony Richardson had a touchdown on the ground, had a touchdown through the air. Things were looking pretty cool. And then Jacksonville reeled off a couple of touchdowns in the fourth unanswered to win 31-21. Travis Etienne looked great. Calvin Ridley, welcome back to the NFL, sir. That was the thing I took from that game. Lot of growing pains for Anthony Richardson. He'll be fine, but woof. Jacksonville's offense going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah, they were saying even late in that game when Richardson got hurt, banged up. I mean, he was running a lot, and I think they even said you can't keep taking these hits, and he didn't get up from the last one, and then ultimately went to the sideline. So I think he's going to be a good pro. I like his game, his arm. He's a good athlete, but got to keep him healthy.
How about rookie Tank Bigsby? Nobody talks about him.
Tank.
One of the best names in the business. A touchdown. By the way, did I tell you I found out over the weekend there's a college football player named Fish McWilliams?
No.
That might be
that's your made-up name guy.
I haven't looked at the new crop yet. That might be my 2023 name of the year. I got to look at new college.
Fish with an F or a PH?
F-I-S-H. Fish McWilliams.
Yeah.
Just awesome name. Fish McWilliams. By the way, I'm being told by a good friend of mine who is a Kentucky native that the Cincinnati airport is actually in Kentucky. So a little bit of like MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
Hillsdale. Yeah.
Okay.
I had no
Don't
idea.
confuse us.
You know what else I learned too? Like if you live in Lexington, Kentucky, there's like 70 big cities within 4 hours of you. Like, oh, here's Chicago, here's New Orleans, here's we don't realize that living out here, but everything is super close out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, back to you. Buccaneers over the Vikings. Hey, this was one of those heart games. I think the Vikings are going to be fine, but shout out to Baker Mayfield. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Bucks for staying there, sticking in it. And Mike Evans, who at one point I had to check because he was 0 of 0 with 0 targets. And I thought, oh, God, did they sit him? And hey, what do you know? Mike Evans scored a touchdown, had 60-something yards, I think, something like that. He's gonna get another 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns and go play for somebody else this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the Chiefs.
Maybe that'd be a good addition.
Titan Saints. Hey, Derek Carr's debut, 305 yards for Derek Carr. That's top 5 passing on the day, and New Orleans is 1-0 under him.
Yeah, didn't score a ton of points. Carr threw the deep ball late to preserve the win. I wanted to see what was the final. I'm looking up here. Final numbers for Michael Thomas: 5 catches for 61 yards. Good to see him back after he's barely played the last couple of years. You know, I will say this about watching Derek Carr. He is all in on whatever team he's on. I got to say that. I love that about him. Like, I mean, he wanted to stay a Raider, loved the Raiders, loved everything about being in Oakland, then even being in Vegas. Now he just has to look like, I love New Orleans. I love the Saints. Like, I think he's super loyal, and
I agree.
I appreciate that about him.
I do too. I love the guy. I hope he has all the success in the world, just like I hope Jimmy has all the success in Las Vegas. Also, a little bit of a, not as bad, but a little bit of a Jerry Rice Broncos uniform thing. It's just, I don't know. weird seeing DeAndre Hopkins in a Titans uniform.
Yeah.
Really, 7 catches, 65 yards. He was targeted 13 times. That's a lot. Just doesn't, I don't know why. That one bothers me. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, hey, what are you going to do? Commanders 20, Cardinals 16. The Cards get the, hey, look, you have heart game of the week. But, Josh Dobbs.
They got like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. This is going to be a bad team. And don't they also have Houston's pick or something too? I think it's Arizona.
Yeah.
That's right, because we were talking about that. They're going to go grab the quarterback from USC and
Most
Marvin
likely.
Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
That'll
get them better quicker.
Yeah. Sam Howell, 19-31 with a TD and a pick. This is just kind of a ugly game between a really bad team and a bad team. And but you know what? Good for the Commanders. Good for the home crowd. They were
under new regime. They seem to be pleased about that.
Lots more games to get to, but we will take a break. When we come back, let's get back to the Niners as they dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've got all kinds of storylines. The energy was just nonstop for the Niners all day yesterday. That's what I was really impressed with. And most likely, I'm guessing they got that energy from our friends at American Energy Heating and Air. As the summer ends, I can tell you, on behalf of them, they actually asked me to pass this on. As the summer ends, I can tell you they've got all kinds of deals going for you on HVAC systems, $2,500 off. And they're going to throw in, I say throw in, I mean, they're going to lightly place one of those Smarty Pants Wi-Fi thermostats. You get to pick it out to go with your brand new HVAC system. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of you out there have a Nest or I don't know what the other one's called, one of those smart systems. It's so cool. It really is. To be able to monitor your temperature wherever you are. Oh, I forgot to turn it down. Oh, I forgot to turn it up. Oh goodness. Oh, I can do that from, anywhere in the world. If you have a kid or a relative that's constantly coming over and turning up or down your system, you can actually put blocks on that as well. Like not wood blocks. I mean, you can actually block the thing. You get my point. They'll throw that in. But that offer expires end of the month. Call them now, 916-520-9990, 916-520-9990, A-plus rating, Better Business Bureau, serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Get in there today at AmericanEnergyAir.com or call them at 916-520-9990. And you tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. Hey, American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Niners look dominant. We've got numbers for you next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Hey, you want to be around people having a great time? You need to come check out Capital Casino, offering the most varieties of table games in the region in the friendliest environment. Come for the food, which is awesome, of course, and stay and play. Conveniently located in downtown Sacramento at 411 North 16th Street, right there in downtown Sacramento for over 20 years. Cap Casino, best food, best games, and of course, the best action. And please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price. When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey guys, do you know what makes Revive Men's Health Sacramento different? You. Every Revive treatment and medication is personalized just for you. Revive has the experts that guys go to when their current treatment isn't working. They have a complicated medical condition, or they're just not happy with their daily performance. Since 2011, they've helped thousands of local men suffering with the symptoms of low T and ED. Their goal is simple: to get to the bottom of your issues and fix them. Your best performance requires more than generic ED medications or a low-dose testosterone booster at a low-ball price like you find online. Revive medications are custom compounded, affordable, and guaranteed to resolve your issues. Stop dealing with the symptoms of low T or ED. Book your free T-check and exam and save $199 today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit us at ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Your home for the Oakland A's every weekend.
And it's swung a line to left center, base hit, and the A's have won it on a walk-off line drive, base hit to left center.
Sactown Sports. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Line. What a start. Purdy under center, checking a true eye. McCaffrey the tail. They stack Ayuk and Devo tight right. Kittle is left. Purdy at a take. Play action, and McCaffrey looks left, throws for the end zone. Wide open. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown. San Francisco.
Let's start the fire right now, baby.
I gotta admit, dude, it's grown on me. Like, I'm looking for it now. I'm just looking for whatever big lineman just honk says after Greg Podges. It's like Captain Caveman's on the call with Greg Pop, and I'm here for it. I dig him. 7-0 Brandon Ayuk, and lost in the shuffle. We don't have the highlight, but I think there were a few Niner fans like me. Ayuk scores, super excited. And by the way, just reinforces the whole, this is where Brandon Ayuk is on a superstar, or at least a star trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
And last year he has his 1,000-yard season. This is going to be the year where he really establishes himself as one of the premier receivers in the game. He did nothing to dissuade that. He was targeted 8 times, Jason, yesterday. He caught the ball 8 times yesterday, $129, a couple of touchdowns, but lost in all of that was when Jake Moody stepped up for the extra point. And, he's had an injury issue. He looked a little shaky in the preseason. I'm still waiting on my Jake Moody hater on the text line.
Oh, they'll show up when he misses.
I know he will. 916-339-1140. If you forgot. And he stepped up for the extra point. He nailed it right down the middle, so you feel a little bit better. And then the defense got involved.
3rd down and 5. And he picked it out of the gun. And they do blitz Warner. And Pickett throws deep down the sideline. Intercepted by Charvarius Ward. Took it away from Deontay Johnson as Kenny Pickett missed him. And big Charvarius Ward, Mooney man, comes up with his second INT as a 49er.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, a great play by Mooney playing the ball. Deontay Johnson actually slipped.
Yeah, he slipped. Whatever. Sucks for you. Charvarius Ward with the pick. That steps up Jake Moody. Okay, 41-yard field goal. Is it going to work?
All right, now it's a 41-yard field goal for Jake. Tabor Pepper to Mitch Wisnowski. Will he get this one airborne? There's a snap. There's the hole. Jake has it away. Plenty of distance, and it is good.
We talked about it before. It wasn't just that they were good. They were like...
Oh, he crushed him.
I feel like the
dead center.
The post could have been like 5 feet apart.
Yeah.
And he still would have been 3 for 3. 10-0 at that point. One more here. Remember that Brandon Ayuk guy we spoke about earlier? He wasn't done.
Second down, 11 on the Steeler 19. This is the 9th play of the drive. Purdy out of the shotgun, looks right the whole way and throws for Ayuk. Well covered. Caught by Brandon Ayuk anyway. Touchdown! San Francisco! Ayuk is really on fire! What a catch! He just took that away from Patrick Peterson.
It was great coverage. He played it perfectly. Did the left foot come down in, or
Yes.
is it on the sideline? That is a touchdown.
That was an incredible throw and catch.
Yes. The throw
And
was
coverage
insane.
was good, really.
Yeah, at that point, you're just like, oh, what do we get? What do you? And that was Patrick Peterson.
All over him.
Oh, that's for you, Patrick Peterson. Also, if they're going to do the Ayuk's on fire thing,
yeah,
you got to coordinate a little better on the lyrics.
Well, Greg audibled with the
He
really
audibled.
on fire.
He audible.
Yeah.
Put a note in there.
Yeah.
Left our guy out to dry.
Yes.
That's all right. We'll look past. Hey, it's the first game of the year.
Yeah.
Everyone's
For
getting
everyone.
used to things. Jason, at this point, it is 17-0. Jake Moody adds a field goal here.
Here's the field goal, 32-yarder from Jake Moody going towards the infamous open end here at Acrisure, and he drives it right through on the short field goal. So he's off to a good start.
And just killed the crowd.
Yeah.
Crowd was dead.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, they went into Akron Heinz Field and just shut everybody up.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most insane things from the game yesterday. They didn't just beat the Steelers. They demoralized the whole city.
They had all those terrible towels. Nothing's happening because, I mean, they're not getting first downs. They're down big early. Niners look like just an unstoppable machine. They just took their spirit away.
They did. And for a Mike Tomlin team to look like that is actually really surprising.
Yeah.
Because they're and it makes you wonder, well, was there something wrong? Were they not as prepared? I don't think so. I honestly think they just got completely demoralized. And I don't know that it had much to do with it. They beat them so bad, Jason. The Pirates lost yesterday. The whole city of Pittsburgh, everything about Pittsburgh.
Penguins weren't playing, but they got a loss.
Something bad happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Brock Purdy doing quarterback things. It was, I felt a little bit of, I can only describe it as a little bit of early Joel Embiid / Harry Giles syndrome, where I'm kind of tense on every play. There was a play where, was it Watt? I forget who it was, but it looked like part of Purdy's hand might have bounced off a helmet. I went, yeah. And then he ran the ball and slide. He was definitely getting pursued. It wasn't like that defense in Pittsburgh was going to be stifled forever, but he still showed not just great pocket presence, his feet were calm, but just the ability to be on the run and fire shots was amazing.
A second down, 8. Here's a blitz. Purdy runs away from Minka Fitzpatrick, rolls left, throws, and is caught by Deebo Samuel for a first down.
Boy, what an adjustment by Deebo. What a play by Purdy.
It was a wonderful play by Purdy. And as much as he did anything with his feet or his arm, Jason, it's what he did with his brain. It was the poise.
Yeah.
That really made me feel good about him again. It was the poise.
When they talk about him and all these quarterbacks they've had in, they always talk about his quick process, his decision-making, his confidence. I mean, to me, he just looks like a confident quarterback. He's got a little bit of that swagger to him. He's got it to the right people yesterday, and they did the rest.
The Steelers got their little Freiermuth touchdown. It was super cute. And then our guy Christian McCaffrey got loose.
They did pick up the first down. Stretch run coming left to McCaffrey. Stays place side, breaks a tackle, 45. Block from Ayuk down the sideline, 30. Cuts back inside 20. Still inbounds down the sideline. Diving for the end zone. Touchdown! MC!
And the dynamite explodes on his first run in the third quarter. What a little spin he had on Minkah Fitzpatrick. I think it may have been Minkah Fitzpatrick or Levi Wallace comes up. McCaffrey spins on him. Then Ayuk gets an absolute pancake block, putting the guy on his back, still gets out and leads the way. And then Ray McLeod running interference. The block from Ayuk on DeMonte KZ was stupid.
Deke leader.
That is a launch block right there.
Stupid.
Throwing some other interceptions, another Moody field goal. There was this stop on fourth down.
So Pittsburgh's going to go for it. They got to go. 4th down and 4 on the 49er 8-yard line. It's a shotgun formation. Kenny Pickett is Warren to his right. Drops back 3 steps, throws for the end zone. Wide and incomplete. No flag on the play. The 49ers will take over on downs.
And Jason, that was it. The Niners have yet to lose a game that Brock Purdy finishes. According to Adam Schefter and others, Brock Purdy is the first quarterback in NFL history to win each of his first 6 career regular season starts and throw at least 2 touchdown passes in each start. He is also the first quarterback in NFL history with a passer rating of 95 or higher in each of his first 6 career regular season starts. There's so much that we pay attention to, Jason, when it comes to just the day-to-day of football. Well, is he the right guy? A little worried about him, this, that, whatever. Have we kind of pushed past the fact, like, I know we talked earlier about draft bias.
Mm-hmm.
We're still talking about a guy that was the reigning Mr. Irrelevant last year.
Yeah.
And he's doing this. And that should still be one of the most special stories in all of sports.
Yeah, and it's such a contrast to what generally the league is doing. Look, everybody's going to keep drafting quarterbacks. The Niners did.
Yes.
They thought they had an opportunity when they were drafting higher than normal to move up to get Trey Lance because they said, look, if we can get a window here where we've got a top quarterback on a rookie deal, we can be an incredible team.
Yes.
There's still that same theory. It's just take out Trey Lance. It's with the last pick of the draft. So they've done it in a different way, but that's why the Colts took Richardson, and that's why, Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud, and every year this is happening because people want to hit the gold mine and then build the rest of the roster around there. Well, the Niners have the rest of the roster, and if Purdy can just be, and it's not even a game manager anymore. I think it's like now it's can he be the guy that leads a team to a Super Bowl? Every time he's played, he looks like he can. I don't know what. With the exception of him not doing it yet, what else does he have to do? Because he looks, I think there are better quarterbacks in the league, but I don't look at it like, oh, the Niners won't get there because of quarterback play.
Sure.
That he doesn't look like he's holding them back to me by any means. He's a nice compliment, and then sometimes he's a reason why they're successful offensively. He's a good player.
Well, he's going to have to win a Super Bowl before we trust him, Jason.
Yeah, well, if that's the case for some, that's fine.
Back running.
Sorry, no big deal. No big deal. He's just got to, just got to win a Super Bowl. What's the big deal? I think right now, that's part of the reason why the Niners are $45 million back of the salary cap. It helps when you pay a quarterback, your starting quarterback, like $800,000 a year. That is, and if he can just be an average quarterback with the skill position players, with the defense they have as good a chance as anyone to win the title.
Yeah, and I think if everybody stays healthy, I don't think he'll be average. You know what I mean?
I agree.
There's too much. Like yesterday, he wasn't average. There's too much talent around him. If they do their part offensively, he'll have a good year.
We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, we got to do it for our friends out there that still love the silver and black. How about those first place Las Vegas Raiders? We've got your storylines and some sound next.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award?
Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton. See all our inventory and specials at AcuraofStockton.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
You won't be able to see it on the radio. Josh Jacobs with an amazing block. Jimmy Garoppolo icing the game.
Not so much plays. Here comes the pressure for the Broncos. Garoppolo has plenty of time, and now he's going to run it. He's going to try to run for the first down. He's got it! And slid down in bounds.
He got it. Jimmy Garoppolo ices the game with $1:50 left. Denver had one timeout. Didn't matter. Vegas wins 17-16. And again, it was a Josh Jacobs block that really picked Jimmy up and allowed him to ice that game. That is why you pay both men. And here's what some of Jimmy's teammates said about their new quarterback after the game.
Man, he's a dog. Any quarterback that's willing to take a hit in a big moment to secure a win got my respect.
You know, we see it every single day, and he's a dog. You know, he in the big moments he stepped up, and it goes vice versa. You know, the defense, when we needed a stop, we stepped up. So that's how you win football games. You know, it's got to be complementary football. We all got to believe in the guy next to us, and you know, like I said, Jimmy's a dog, so I'm super excited for him. I'm happy he's my quarterback.
Jimmy's a gamer, man. I mean, I'm not gonna put any added extra unnecessary pressure on him, but I mean, that's the type of guy that we've seen, you know, on the other side of the, you know, conference and I mean, it's fun going out there playing with him. The way he commanded the huddle today, just his cool, his poise. I mean, he threw some dots. He hit Kobe over the middle with some guys in his face, showing that type of toughness and resolve after going and throwing a pick in a situation where we obviously need points. You know, that's what you need from one of your leaders.
And that's, you know, that's the same stuff, you know, when we've talked to Eric Armstead before and others, like when he was a Niner. I think it's stuff that we're not seeing, that we're not privy to, the huddle, the practice, the film room, the bus, the plane, whatever it might be. Everybody seems to love him.
Yes.
Now, we all watch him, and I go, some plays. I mean, he had a big mistake yesterday in the game, but then the play they needed, the one you played, he scrambles for a critical first down to ice the game. So that's a really good win for the Raiders. I don't know. I like the way the game started. So it's a Sean Payton era. I'm sure everybody's fired up in Denver. They're going to unleash Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
They try the onside kick, and it was a brilliant idea, but they touch it, about a half yard too soon. Raiders get the ball, and it's just, you could just tell like the Broncos wanted to make a statement. Like, they've been losing. They've had 6 or 7 straight years of not making the playoffs. New coach talked all this trash about Nathaniel Hackett. Like, I'm going to be a difference maker, and Sean Payton still will be fine there. But that wasn't going to be an easy win for the Raiders, so that was nice.
Apparently, you guys think that something went wrong. The last segment, the highlights we played, it was supposed to be a minute of you and I breathing into the microphone, because apparently the sound that we played did not go through over the airwaves. I don't know if that's a special button we're supposed to hit or not.
Oh, really?
So you guys just went off the air for almost a full minute. That was so weird. We didn't hear anything on the clip, just Dave breathing. Oh, Jason breathes too.
Yeah.
But I'd probably breathe harder. Can't hear anything. And then my daughter actually texted me. She's like, can hear you breathing, bro. So apologies for that. I'm sure there's a button that we can hit. But hey, you know what? It's the point is heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Because that Raiders win was so amazing, right? And I love how you pointed to what Eric said, because I'll never forget that either. What Eric said on this show last year or the year before, one of them, but that is like, that locker room was fiercely behind Jimmy Garoppolo.
And it's not just like hey, you're always going to defend your guy, we're going to support him.
No.
Like there was, you could just tell, and I think that sounded authentic to me from the Raiders guys. And you know, he's going to have every opportunity to prove the doubters wrong. And there's a lot of doubters on Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm not sure I'm there yet either on him, but the tangible, whatever that intangible is that he provides, has carried over from the Patriots to the Niners to the Raiders. That's certainly present. And if him with Josh McDaniels is the secret sauce, then good for him. But I thought Adams was good.
Yep.
Jacoby Myers was nice addition. So
tough hit on Jacoby Myers too. That was scary as hell. He had the what you call the fencing position when you're knocked out and you have an arm in the air. You see so much on watching UFCs and stuff like that. And I don't know if other people caught it. I'm sure they did. There was a point right after Jacoby got hit, and the camera was at field level, and you could see his helmet had rolled over, and you saw into his eyes. And I don't know what it is. Whether I'm a huge fight fan. When I see somebody that's been knocked out and I see that look in their eye, it scares me because it looks like they're dead.
Yeah.
Is really what it is. And at that point, screw football. Worried about that kid. I guess he's fine. I'm sure it's a concussion. But as you said, really good game for him. Looks like he's going to be a great counterpart to Devontae Adams. Not a lot of Hunter Renfrow.
No.
But,
and Jacobs was kind of held in check. So to win a game like that on the road is good. And the other thing the Raiders from their camp that they've been bragging about is a new and improved defense. I'm like, I don't know. I need to see that. Well, 16 points. It's good. I know Denver's not this explosive offense yet like they hope to be, but Sean Payton's a really good offensive coach. So that, to me, a lot of good things from the Raiders. And like I said, it's week 1, but they should celebrate it because they are in first place.
And it wasn't perfect, but I'm a big believer in fair is fair is fair. Shouts to Josh McDaniels and that coaching staff, not just for the play calling, which wasn't perfect, not just for the win, but also let's remember, pretty distracting week losing one of your main defensive cogs in Chandler Jones, not just because of an injury or anything like that, but because either Chandler's having an issue, they're having an issue with Chandler, or a combination of both. And if we get a chance later on, Chandler over the weekend put out a screenshot of private messages he was having with Raiders owner Mark Davis. And as the kids say, Mark Davis W on that one. I don't know what Chandler was trying to accomplish there, but first off, private messages should be private except in, really egregious situations. So that's kind of low class in my opinion. But secondly, I'll paraphrase, but Mark Davis, who, by the way, capitalizes the first letter of every word he types, which takes a tremendous amount, not all caps, just capitalizes literally every word's first letter. Wrote him a huge paragraph, which was basically football is second. Raider for life is not just a saying. We care about you. What can we do to help you? Don't worry about that. I mean, it was really kind of cool to see that in even a private situation that Mark kind of walks the walk and doesn't just talk the talk. We'll take a break. When we come back, by the way, congratulations, first place. Soul, first place.
That's right. For
Las
now.
Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
When we come back, it is a season debut of 4 down territory. Jimmy G, the Baltimore Ravens, AFC and NFC teams in a bit of trouble, or are they? We've got you covered on your home of the 49ers, Sactown Sports.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
And then I was selling pretzels out of a cart in San Francisco at the time.
Like the people who sell them at the arena or at the stadiums? Like, did you have like a holler?
Like a pretzel barker?
Pretzel! Something like that. I don't know.
How would that have gone again?
I don't want just to do it
please,
in case
good.
Chris. I'm sure Chris already cut it. Actually, he can. Pretzel. God, I hate him so much.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Eileen Javor in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Starting at our Monday morning with some cool temperatures. We'll see those temperatures warm, though, with plenty of sunshine back into the mid-90s this afternoon with a light breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Imagine taking a nice warm bath in your shower. Let us fix that. Right now, get that clogged drain unclogged for just $97. Bonnie, plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
As a mom, I'd do anything to keep my child out of physical pain. As a doctor, I know that growth spurts can cause pain in my child's feet, and that can affect their legs and back too.
This is Dr. Pamela Maida, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon.
Children especially benefit from arch supports as a sturdy and supportive foundation for their developing feet. If your kids have pain, then I recommend Youth Arch Supports from the Good Feet store.
Youth Arch Supports are designed to alleviate, even eliminate common pain in the feet, knees, hip, or back. If your child is physically active with sports, clubs, or even on the playground, they may benefit from the comfort and support found in Good Feet Youth Arch Supports.
I firmly believe that investing in Youth Arch Supports for your child or teen is one of the best decisions you can make to support their feet.
See how Youth Arch Supports can help with a free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Love wings, but think they're not spicy enough? Twin Peaks is launching a new wing sauce just for you. Have your wing sauce and tossed in their hottest wing sauce yet. Can you handle the heat?
Hagen Oaks wants you to know about the exciting new T-Series irons from Titleist, offering effortless speed, exceptional feel, and precise control. Working with tour pros and dedicated amateurs, Titleist T-Series are available in 4 different models. The fitting team at Hagen Oaks will find the perfect Titleist T-Series iron for you. Call 916-808-2531 to find your fit today. Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway, or online at hagenoaks.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heating and Air. It's the end of summer blowout on all their systems. Right now, $2,500 off full systems, as low as $34 a week. And now American Energy Heating and Air offering a free Wi-Fi smart thermostat of your choice on high-efficiency units. Look, the uncomfortable becomes comfortable with American Energy Heating and Air. They've been around since 1981, making the greater Sacramento area proud with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And as always, their goal is to exceed your expectations, exceed them of the heating and air industry, valuing the customer experience and making your home comfortable. It's that simple. Go to American Energy Heating and Air and get yourself a free Wi-Fi smart thermostat of your choice on high-efficiency units.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
According to reports, we're football heavy here, of course. We told you earlier that Shams Charania is reporting that LeBron James is recruiting in order to bring a full force to the Summer Olympics for USA basketball. Well, apparently, as we said earlier, he's talked to Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. Also, Anthony Davis, Jason Tatum, and Draymond Green, who are all prepared to commit. Separately, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, and De'Aaron Fox, according to this report, also have serious interest in committing to. I think what?
I'm just thinking just the point guards.
I know, right?
Curry, Lillard, Fox.
Yeah, you may not get them all in.
Kyrie.
Yeah. Woo. Just roll 5 point guards. 4 in Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the end, we're all going to thank Noah Lyles for saying that.
Yeah.
Even though one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like we kind of like you poke the bear. It's like, okay, all right, you're really champions of the world? Okay. We're going to beat everybody 150-12.
Where's Keegan? That group won't beat everybody 150-12.
No, they're going to need
some teams.
They're going to need some other stuff too. Yeah. In the meantime, hey, Jay, I know you're busy in there. In fact, they're so busy, I don't think they can currently hear me right now. But let's roll with 4 down territory.
Let's do it.
Because it's 4 down
it's
territory.
Back.
Time. It is back.
Yeah.
We'll get ourselves an NFL bed. And I will just simply ask you a couple things. We'll do a little call and response here.
Okay.
You will. All right. First down, Jimmy Garoppolo, ex-Niner. He won for the Raiders. Ex-Raider, Derek Carr, won for the Saints. Jason Ross, which quarterback will have more wins this year?
I'm going to go with Derek Carr. I thought it was both got a win yesterday. I think the Saints are a team that I think can win that division. I don't think it's a great division, though they had 3 wins out of the division yesterday. The Saints have, I think, a more balanced team, a pretty good defense.
Mm-hmm.
Carr will help solidify their quarterback woes since Drew Brees. And I think they have less flaws than the Raiders. So I'm going to go with Carr and the Saints.
We don't have time. I'm going to give you 16 reasons why I think the Saints will have more wins. Not all 16, but you'll get where I'm going. Panthers. Packers, good game. Bucks, Patriots, Texans, Jaguars, Colts, Bears, Vikings, Falcons, Lions, Panthers, Giants, Rams, Bucks, Falcons. There's some scuds in there.
Yeah.
That is about the cakiest schedule you can possibly get for a half-decent team. This isn't even a rip on the Raiders, dude. Who, by the way, they don't have the toughest schedule in the world either, but boy, they've got some. Obviously, they've got to play the AFC West. Now throw in the Jets, the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Vikings, who I'm sure will be looking to come back. It's just purely a tougher schedule. I think Derek Carr is lined up to have a 10-win season.
Yeah.
Second down, Jason, the Baltimore Ravens should inquire about Jonathan Taylor after yet another season-ending injury for J.K. Dobbins.
I feel so badly for him. Man, he was excited. He was ready to go. I think they were anticipating a big season for him. I think the Ravens might be pretty good. That's why they can't waste opportunities. Whether it's Jonathan Taylor, they should kick the tires on Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette, some running backs that are still available that are free agents out there.
Call Sony Michel.
Somebody.
You're not doing anything.
I think yes. The answer is yes, whether it's Taylor. I guess they just need to look at some more running backs. But Taylor would acquire them to send something back. The others are free agents. So they need to do something.
Well, right now it looks like it's going to be a mix of Gus Edwards and Justice Hill. Gus is 28 out of Rutgers. We know Gus
and
Edwards
Lamar Jackson.
And a lot of Lamar Jackson. And honest to goodness, I don't think you want that. You don't want to put too much of that rushing pressure on Lamar. He's at his best where he gets in where he fits. And if they start drawing up multiple plays for the guy, you don't need Lamar. Lamar Jackson's out. Your season's over. There's some young talent on this team. I don't know. Maybe Gus steps up and fills the void. This is a guy that's rushed for 700-plus yards in multiple seasons. It's just super sad about J.K. Dobbins. You're absolutely right. They need to take a look. Maybe watch and see if the Dolphins end up getting Jonathan Taylor, maybe a Raheem Mostert or a healthy Jeff Wilson Jr. Third down, of the AFC teams that lost in week 1, which one are you least worried about?
I think I'm going to go to Kansas City. It was the earliest loss of the week. Maybe that's why it doesn't feel as painful. But, there were some reasons, I think, not excuses, reasons why they lost. Certainly the biggest one is Travis Kelce and Jones being out on the defensive side. The drops is another area. So I think those things won't continue to happen. When you have Mahomes, you've got a defending champs. It's an emotional night. Detroit's also pretty good. Kansas City's going to be in the mix. Yeah. I'm not worried about them. How about you?
That's the right answer, so I'm just going to pick another one because, of course, it's the Chiefs. But I'll throw in the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, they look terrible, but Joe Burrow's not going to be that bad. Jamar Chase is fantastic. Joe Mixon is great. There's plenty of talent. It's not like the Bengals have changed, and this is a team that generally picks mid to late season. Not worried about it. And by the way, it might just be that Cleveland's that good. I mean, we can't discount that. Obviously, long way to go. Fluky things happen. That was a decimation, not a Niner or a Cowboy decimation, but that was a decimation of the Cincinnati Bengals. Didn't expect it to be like that. Thought the Browns could win. Didn't expect it to be 24-3 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So I agree with you on the Chiefs. I'll throw the Bengals in there as well. Now let's move over to the NFC teams that
fourth down.
Thank you. Same thing. Which one are you least worried about?
How about this for an answer? I'm worried about all of them. every single one that lost kind of feels right to me. So if we go by division, the Giants lost. Now, they're not 40-0 bad, but I feel like they overachieved last year.
Yeah.
Bears, Vikings. I know the Vikings were great last year.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I always feel like Minnesota's a 500 team to me. So, like, to say I don't know that I'm worried about them, but
Minnesota's kind of like the great value Cowboys in the sense that they get you going all year with their 10, 11, 12 wins, and then they just can't do anything in the playoffs, but they're just not as good as the Cowboys.
Right, and I just don't think they're as good as 10 or 11, 12 wins maybe even this year. The Panthers lost.
Yeah.
Rookie QB. I think they just have to take some lumps. And then probably Arizona thinks will be bad, is maybe Seattle.
That's who I would answer.
Maybe, but
yeah.
I also think they overachieved a bit last year, and there's some talk. Pete Carroll had some high hopes, and they still should. Losing once doesn't derail anything, but I just feel like the NFC's wide open, and some of those other teams are going to get in, but I don't love any of the teams that lost, to be honest with you.
No, I agree with you. And I think the only one I can really struggle to answer would be the one you were landing on, which is Seattle. This was a young team last year. There's no reason to think that young team that was successful last year that surprised a lot of people, they're only going to improve year on year. Tyler Lockett was absolutely invisible. Invisible.
Of course he was. First year I get him on my fantasy.
First
year. I never had that guy.
DK Metcalf got a little bit of his own, but I found myself really, Jason, and obviously I'm a Niner fan. I'm intrigued with NFC West teams. I found myself going, wait a minute. Is this game more about Seattle, or is this more about the Rams being a little healthier? And I say that with Cooper Kupp is out.
Yes. It might be out for a while. Who knows?
And so, of course, my stupid rear end, I go, I need a last minute replacement. I'm gonna grab Van Jefferson. That's his number one. Tutu Atwell and Puka Nacua.
Who?
Puka Nacua. Totally
Puka
probably
Nacua.
messing it up. 119 yards each. And Matt Stafford threw for 334, didn't get one in the end zone. But, and for all you Cam Akers fans.
Yes.
What, you didn't know Kyron Williams was going to be their number one guy? I mean, technically he wasn't. Williams had 15 carries to Akers' 29, but was by far the more effective back, 52 yards, 2 touchdowns. Akers did get in the end zone once. And, when we get Dave Richard on Friday, it'll be interesting to see what he thinks. But I got to think Gus Edwards and Kyron Williams are going to probably lead the fantasy football free agent board this year.
And if your league somehow you haven't done that waiver wire yet, get on that.
Seriously.
Because those guys will get scooped up.
But I can tell you this much. Congratulations to the Kyron Williams fans as you watch Cam Akers score 3 touchdowns next week. Because that's just how it works.
Well, I mean, 29 carries. You'd love that for a running back in fantasy if you can get that.
Yes, exactly. But I'm with you. The NFC's weird, man.
It is.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe Detroit's in that mix with the Cowboys, Niners, Lions. I feel like they could be up there. And I still think, the Rams are 2 years now removed from the Super Bowl. They had a down year last year with injuries, but I still think that's a good team.
Well, let me, without giving you any sort of prep here, as we have a minute left, let me ask you this. In the NFC, what 1-0 team are you just completely not like, that's cute, move on? You haven't prepped yet? Let me throw you mine then real quick. I would probably
Washington.
But I think I'm going to say
good defense.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say the Falcons. It's the Falcons and the Bucs for me.
Maybe the Bucs.
Yeah, it's one of the two. I don't trust Desmond Ridder. I really don't trust Baker Mayfield. But I think between the Commanders, the Bucs, and the Falcons, I mean, I look at those guys and go, is one of those the teams that are going to make the playoffs?
And still want to see a little bit more out from Green Bay. That was a good start, though, for sure.
Yes. Yeah, not a good start for Chicago whatsoever. We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? And let's recap our pick 6 for the Niners and Steelers. We'll do all that after this.
Can the Niners build off their NFC Championship appearance from last season? How will the quarterbacks perform throughout the year?
Purdy back, now going to throw for the end zone, wide open, Brandon Ayuk is on fire!
Will the defense lead this squad again?
Intercepted, ball got tipped up and taken by Fred Warner.
Get all your 49er coverage throughout the NFL season on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Hard work is the foundation of the job site. Boot Barn Work and Carhartt are committed to supporting the hard workers that keep our nation moving. Boot Barn Work proudly offers a broad selection of Carhartt workwear and boots, known for durability and quality since 1889. When the work is relentless, Carhartt is trusted to finish the job. With so much on the line, there's no room for cutting corners. Carhartt at Boot Barn Work.
Sactown Sports is home to the Kings, Niners, and now the business of sports. Hosted by Kelly Brothers and brought to you by Cap Trust, offering customized, independent financial advice at captrust.com. Join Kelly Brothers, Carmichael, Dave, and Jason as they look at the business of sports every Wednesday at 7:40 a.m. You want to know how sports really work? Follow the money with Kelly Brothers from Cap Trust on Sactown Sports. Everyone knows Elk Grove Kia is home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new Kia. But did you also know that Elk Grove Kia is your one-stop place for used cars? I'm talking over 300 used cars available. With Kia's certified program, with its 165-point quality assurance inspection, we know peace of mind on used cars is important. And that's why we also offer extended service agreements on all our used makes and models. Most prices are under Kelly Blue Book retail. New car protection at used car prices. From used sports cars to used delivery vans, we got them all at Elk Grove Kia. And our financing folks have over 100 years of combined experience. So we approve just about everyone. No credit, little credit, bad credit, no problem. And Elk Grove Kia is proud of our don't like it, bring it back guarantee for up to 3 days or 150 miles, no questions asked. Why would you buy your used car anywhere else? So check us out online at elkgrovekia.com today.
Turn your highway into a smileway. Elk Grove Kia.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
When I want to stretch out after a long day, my sofa needs to be comfortable, but it also needs to look attractive and inviting when guests come to visit. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. We spend so much time on our living room sofas that we forget they're a focal point and a hint to our decorating tastes. Right now, during Naturewood Home Furnishings sofa sale, you can save on every sofa, including gallery-exclusive custom-ordered flex steel furniture. Whether you're interested in a new sofa, sectional, or recliner, you can choose from hundreds of colors and fabrics. Nobody has more styles and choices than Naturewood Home Furnishings. And when it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop Naturewood for the look you love at a price you'll love even more. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable sofa sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot?
You know who's hot, Dave? We've done so much football today. I'm going to go outside the box.
Oh.
And give you someone else who's hot.
Give it.
And that is 24 and counting for Novak Djokovic. He wins the U.S. Open in straight sets. Took down the Australian Open, the French Open this year. It's been quite a year for him. Lost in Wimbledon in a 5-set thriller. But also, besides the obvious of what he's done, I love that he an homage to Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Put the shirt on, recognizing 24, which is the number now for his major title.
So cool.
But, in being a champion, what his finals competitor Medvedev was basically saying about him, like, look, when I was 500th in the world, he was a great person to me. He's number one. He's won all these majors. He's still a great person. Just a testament to the individual. Seems like I remember another moment this year when he did lose in Wimbledon. Alcaraz beats him, and he was completely graceful in defeat. And he's like, look, it's credit to him. You're going to make me work harder. And just he was really deflecting. And just, I think he gets it, basically, is the way I say. He's a champion. He's a winner. He's a stud. He's hot right now. And he's amazing. So good for him.
And got to mention this. Look, please save your texts. Please save your comments. I'm just simply speaking it because of the irony. It was not lost on many when the broadcast was forced to do a certain sponsored segment on Djokovic. He won, and so they did a recap, and it was the Moderna shot of the match.
Yeah.
You may remember Novak Djokovic famously did not take the COVID shot and was not able to play in America for a while. And then just to have it lined up where they're showing Djokovic with the Moderna shot. Yeah, that's perfect. Again, I know you're tempted. No one's getting just appreciate the irony and move on. Don't come in here and wave your flags or whatever. It's all good. Who is not that sponsor? Also, who is not? This is kind of a weird one, Jason. Justin Jefferson. Well, hold on. Justin Jefferson had 9 catches for 150 yards. That's pretty hot. Going into the game, it was already a little rough because they broke off contract talks. The problem is not Justin Jefferson having 9 catches for 150 yards and a loss. It's that at the half, he had 7 catches for 138 yards. In the second half, I will remind you, the Bucs outscored the Vikings by 3, which was the final difference in the game. Justin Jefferson had 2 catches for 12 yards.
Get him the ball.
You might want to get him the ball. Joe Burrow, not hot. He was pulled for the remainder of the game. His final stat line for the richest man in NFL history, 14 of 31, 82 passing yards, no touchdowns, 52.2 passer rating. And I'll throw one more who's hot in there just for funsies. The Atlanta Falcons have a winning record for the first time in 6 years.
How about that? Just at any point.
Since 2017, the Falcons have not had a winning record. Ladies and gentlemen, they are 1-0. And also, a little bit of breaking news from our friend Chris Mannix, Sports Illustrated, over the break. Joel Embiid is a free agent. You may go, hold on, what are you screwing around with? I'm not screwing around at all. He's an international free agent. Now, I could have teased this one of two ways. I could have said that, or I could have said, could Joel Embiid, because we were just talking about LeBron James and 17 point guards, including our own De'Aaron Fox, are rumored to be wanting to go for gold.
Gold.
Well, how about this one? There is an absolute possibility that suiting up at center for the Americans could be Joel Embiid. It's explained by Mannix that Embiid was born in Cameroon, but holds citizenship in both the United States and France. And it sounds like it might be a little bit, if he'll play, because he hasn't really wanted to play in the past because of health reasons. But it might be a little bit of a bidding war between France and the United States. You legitimately could have Joel Embiid on the U.S. team going into summer. Here's the thing. If France wins, Joel Embiid, Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama.
Wow.
That's their center.
Against the point guard lineup.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? We'll go the LeBron James and point guards versus all the centers. Put Wemby at point guard. dialed in. All right, we got a recap here. Pick 6 for the Niners and Steelers.
Yes.
Jay, find us a random NFL bet if you would, good sir. I know you have some on handy, and if you want to recycle them, I appreciate that. I also appreciate is that a Talanoa Hufanga jersey?
It is.
Look at you with the Niners cap. I appreciate Jay coming in uniform. We made some picks over the weekend. How smart were we? How dumb were we?
Let's see how we did.
Okay, let's see how we did.
All right, pick 6 categories. So this was you, me, and Jay Mars on Friday making our picks for the first 49ers to score.
R.I.P. Jay Mars.
You said you went completely off board with Kyle Juszczyk.
I did.
I went with the Deebo Samuel rushing touchdown,
Close.
and Jay went with Jake Moody. And we were all wrong.
We were.
Brandon Ayuk from Brock Purdy. I don't even think anyone's remotely close to getting a point there.
I'm going to give us all the dumb award because you just got to think this.
We overthought it.
3 of us, we all overthought it. I don't know. Because it was Moody, Juszczyk. Who did you pick?
Deebo on a rushing touchdown.
No, nobody thinks, maybe pick Christian McCaffrey, maybe pick Brandon Ayuk.
Or Kittle.
No Kittle. All right.
All right, so we missed that one. Then we asked for the Brock Purdy stat line. This is going to be interesting here because you said 19 of 25 for 188, a touchdown and an interception.
I did say that.
I had 21 of 29 for 211 and 2 touchdowns. Very close. And Jay had 18 of 26 for 287, 3 touchdowns and an interception.
That's not interesting. You damn near nailed that.
Almost got it. Well, you were close too. You had 19. I had 21 of 29. But yeah, I was really close.
You had because you were off by what was your complete line again?
21 of 29. He was 19 of 29. I had 211. He threw for 220, and I had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he threw for 2.
I mean, I'll take an honorable mention for fun, but that is a big fat W for Jason Ross.
Leading wide receiver yards. Our prediction. Jay said Brandon Ayuk for 114. I said Brandon Ayuk for 68. You said Christian McCaffrey for 89.
What an idiot.
And Jay Mars wins that one with Brandon Ayuk going for 129.
Rip Jay Mars.
We asked about getting after the quarterback, sacks for Watt and Bosa. The correct answer would be 3 for TJ Watt, none for Bosa. Dave, you said 1 and 1.5. I said 1.5 and 0. And Jay said 0 for Watt and 2 for Bosa.
I think I get the W there, do I not?
Let's see. Well, I had the 0 for Bosa.
Oh, that's true. I was just looking at total.
Yeah.
Let's you and I split a point.
Okay.
Screw Jay Mars.
Random stat. We asked for random stats. You said Juwan Jennings would have a touchdown.
I did.
He did not.
He did not.
I said there would be a call overturned late that would help San Francisco win. That did not happen. Well, there was an overturn, the fumble.
Yes.
Where Purdy kind of had it.
How about that?
That was a bizarre play.
Can I tell you, by the way, I'm watching that and I'm just shuddering. Like, just let it go, dude.
Exactly.
Please let it go.
And then Jay had Trubisky would throw a touchdown. So none of those.
Wow. So Jay's final pick on pick 6, kind of embarrassing for him.
Yeah. And then the very, very last one, our prediction of score for the game. Dave, you had 24-20 Steelers.
I was only 13 off of nope, not even that.
I had 23-16 49ers, and Jay had 30-23 49ers.
God,
Jay and I both had them winning by 7. Probably Jay at 30.
Yeah, because he said 30.
It's farther off. Yeah, whatever.
That's a weak sauce win.
There was our
there
pick
for
6.
Jay. Yeah, it just feels good to do a pick 6 again, though.
It does. Make some predictions that we get wrong.
I don't know what
we're trying to see into the future.
I don't know who's on the phone. Who's this caller? It's completely unscreened. Who the hell knows? It's an NFL Monday. Is this a caller on the line or no? Going once. Going twice. Sold. No caller.
Yeah.
Sorry. But if you want to call us, you can. 1-800-920-1140 from the 916. That was such a Jimmy Garoppolo game. 17 points. Yes, they got the win, but as a Niner fan who loved Jimmy, that was literally the game that was his every week. Edge of your seat, couple of bad Jimmy plays, end zone pick, vintage Jimmy, then comes back and wins. End result, 17 points, which is what the Niners always seem to get, 17-20 total. I wish him well, but Brock elevates offense to 30 points, which makes the Niners so much stronger. Good luck to Raider fans. You will fall in love with Jimmy. He will have highs and lows and break your heart in the playoffs. You know what? If Jimmy Garoppolo gets to the stinking
that's a
playoffs,
win. That's a win for this team.
That is an incredible win. By the way, probably a better supporting cast on the Niners.
Yeah, well, for sure. But I think he's definitely right on Purdy elevating the offense. I think that does happen. But what is this going to just follow Jimmy G forever until he proves it otherwise? Because if they keep doing stuff like, oh, they only scored 17, they made a big mistake, but makes a big play late. Hey, if the Raiders end up with 8, 9, 10, 11 wins and get into the postseason, doesn't matter.
It really is weird when it's all said and done on Jimmy Garoppolo's career, because you're right. Like it is really, you're talking about a guy who's been to the Super Bowl, talking about a guy who was a quarter away from wearing a ring, talking about a guy who's been to multiple AFC or NFC championship games, but is still, I want to say, viewed as is it fair to say he's viewed as an average quarterback?
Yes. And what would have been really interesting, obviously it didn't happen this way, but if Jimmy were actually healthy last year, after he got hurt, like was able to come back, like they probably settled in on Purdy. But if we go to the NFC Championship game and Purdy got hurt like he did, and Jimmy then was the one that came in, imagine if he led them to a victory, because then he would have been in the Super Bowl again.
Right.
And at that point, you're going, wait, are you going to Trey Lance? Are you going to Brock Purdy? Or are you keeping Jimmy G? Like, it felt like they kept Jimmy G just one more year because of they couldn't deal him. And, yeah, he's not going to be our starter. We're starting Trey Lance. And then, boom, he's in out of circumstance with injury and was doing fine. But that would have been interesting last year, that decision, if he had stayed healthy.
It really is one of those, like, okay. In the end, he was a pretty good quarterback because this is really his first, I don't want to say his first test, but he played for the Patriots. He played for the Niners. Yeah. Pretty good teams. But we also forget he came into the Niners.
Right.
They were not good.
Right.
He did kind of spearhead turning them around.
For sure. He stabilized things and got that going in the right direction.
Let's see here. I'm trying to do something here. I honestly think he probably, I think he actually has does he have a better winning percentage? I'll have to look at that. Does he have a better winning percentage than Tom Brady?
He might.
He's 41-17 in the regular season.
That's incredible.
He's 41 and he's 4-2 or he's 4-2 in the postseason. I mean, right?
Right. And that's not the smallest of sample size.
I think Jimmy G is going to be the king of the people like my dad. They're like, you don't know what you got in Jimmy G till he's gone. The bottom line is you win ball games. That's what you need to do is win ball games. He wins ball games. That's my dad. That's what he says.
Hey, remember when you were trying to take that call? I can tell you it was brought to you by the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
That's Dominique on the line.
Okay.
We'll get to Dominique when we get back. Top of the hour. Niners at 9. We got some post game for you. And does Brock Purdy look like a guy that could hoist the Lombardi Trophy someday? We'll discuss and recap that next.
It's Whitey and Watkins on Sactown Sports.
When Joe Montana retired, he was, of course, regarded as what? The greatest of all time. Many in this area, of course, and bless you if you're one of them, still consider Joe Montana the greatest of all time. Whatever.
Is that what people from Boston sound like to you?
I mean, 4-0's 4-0.
It's Whitey and Watkins from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Meet Bruce.
Hey there.
He's a busy soccer dad who's trying hard to learn the game.
Go for the end zone.
Whoops. Luckily, other things come easy, like banking with Chase. On a tip from his banker, he set up autosave in the Chase mobile app. So what are you saving for, Bruce?
Father-daughter soccer camp.
Smart bankers, convenient tools. One bank with the power of both. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Autosave requires a Chase checking and savings account. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Have you ever heard that phrase, less is more? Well, at Harbor Freight, we're all about more for less, because we know you like to do stuff, to make stuff, to improve stuff. That's why everything in our stores, from miter saws to tool chests to cordless impact wrenches, is priced affordably. So get out there and drill, paint, and saw to your heart's content. We just ask that whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and I recognize, just like my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, that your time is important. And that's why shopping for a new air conditioner is now easier with American Energy Heat and Air's online quoting tool. All you have to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote right now. It'll help you determine what system you're going to need to get. It'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comfort of your home without having to have somebody come to your home. You know how annoying that is? They come in and, and everybody there is so sweet and nice, but how much better is it to be able to get it on demand? Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your needs are, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Whether you're shopping for your favorite Honda online or in person, you'll see why Stockton Honda is the #1 Honda dealer in Northern California, and why buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Visit in person or online at StocktonHonda.com, where your favorite Honda is ready for you.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yep. Big win for the Niners. Could not have started out the season better. If you didn't hear, Brandon Ayuk had a great game.
First and goal, 8-yard line. What a start. Purdy under center, just checking a true eye. McCaffrey the tail. They stack Ayuk and Debo tight right. Kittle is left. Purdy with a take. Play action, and McCaffrey looks left, throws for the end zone, wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown! San Francisco.
Let's start the fire right now, baby.
The earlier thoughts of Jake Moody, the rookie's demise, were greatly exaggerated.
All right, now it's a 41-yard field goal for Jake. Saber Pepper to Mitch Wisnowski. Will they get this one airborne? There's a snap. There's the hole. Jake has it away. Plenty of distance, and it is good. Jake Moody, high drama on every placement this year.
3 for 3, plus all his extra points. Brandon Ayuk wasn't done.
Second down, 11 on the Steeler 19. This is the 9th play of the drive. Purdy out of the shotgun, looks right the whole way, and throws for Ayuk. Well covered. Caught by Brandon Ayuk anyway. Touchdown! San Francisco.
I guess I should check with the YouTube. Let's see. Can you guys hear? I just realized, are they just hearing us breathing again? Nope. It sounds like nobody's complaining. Sounds like everybody can hear us. Thank you for that. More on this, Jason, but I want to highlight this Brock Purdy play.
A second down, 8. Here's a blitz. Purdy runs away from Minkah Fitzpatrick, rolls left, throws, and is caught by Deebo Samuel for a first down.
Boy, what an adjustment by Deebo. What a play by Purdy. It is hard to get away from Minkah Fitzpatrick. That's that Purdy eyes in the back of his head thing. He knows when it's coming, spins out, eyes down the field, able to find Debo, throws it to the inside of the numbers, and Debo stretches out and gets it.
Tua Tagovailoa had 400 and whatever the hell yards over the weekend. Brock Purdy, 19 to 29, 220, 2 touchdowns, no picks, was sacked 3 times. QBR 91.3, rating 111.3. He is a numbers dream. He has yet to lose a game in his career. He has started. Does he look like somebody that could take this team to a trophy after one game? Totally fair question.
Well, but to me, it's not just the one game. It's what he did last year. And it is, if we do that based on the way they played, the way they call plays, the way they scheme, again, I think there's way more positives in this game and Purdy's performance. But there were some line issues in the game. So, okay, that has to get patched up, or can you overcome some of those things? I think at the beginning, too, the one thing that Kyle Shanahan and Brock Purdy were doing, the ball was out. Like, it didn't matter if Watt still ended with 3 sacks, which if you'd said that before the game, like, ooh, if TJ Watt gets to him 3 times besides other hurries, that might be trouble. So they overcame a game with 3 sacks allowed to their best pass rusher. They got the ball out of quick. There was just on time, on target, quick decisions that were being made. I think as the game went along, some adjustments Pittsburgh made to draw that out a little bit more. But, the skill players are there. The defense is good. Special teams, I think, coming in was a little bit of a concern just because of the way it was in the preseason. They were strong. I don't look at it going, they could win if they had a better quarterback. Right. I think they could win this with Brock Purdy. I have no doubt in that.
Well,
do you? We haven't seen it, so that's the doubt. But, what part of him do you go, he's missing this? Experience?
Yeah.
And last year's 2 playoff games prior to the championship game, he was really good.
He was good. I have yet to see Brock Purdy really, honestly, I feel like maybe his worst game was last year, that overtime win over the Raiders.
Yeah, the whole team was just kind of...
They were just off. Here's the thing. I feel comfortable making this prediction. I'm no Colin Coward, but I think I'll nail this one. Brock Purdy's going to have a really bad game.
Of course.
He's going to have a terrible game. He's going to throw 2-3 picks. He's going to have a bad game, and he is going to Brock Purdy, if he starts enough games, at some point we will be sitting here saying Brock Purdy lost that game for the 49ers. It will happen. And what
nature of the position.
And I feel like there's a large slingshot pulled back waiting for whenever that is to happen. And if it happens sometime in the next 4, 5, 6 games, we're going to see this onslaught of, well, that's who teams thought he was. They've got film. They figured him out, blah, blah, blah. I would just caution this. What is he now? 9-1?
Something like that.
Something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and need like a couple of really crap Brock Purdy games before I start worrying about him outside of injury.
Yeah. I think I felt like it happened some last year and maybe even a little bit yesterday, where he's also been fortunate that could have thrown a couple of picks yesterday.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. I felt there were some underthrows a year ago. Didn't happen. They weren't turned it over. So I think they just have a wide margin to make some errors. Right? You can have, McCaffrey can't run today. Well, I still think the passing game can alleviate some things. I don't know, for whatever reason, Ayuk's dropping passes today. All right, well, you got Debo and Kittle and other options. I think they've got a lot of ways to beat you, which is encouraging. Purdy can't do it. He has a running ability. He's a good athlete.
Put him on the Chiefs last Thursday. He's not going to look great.
Right.
If
those guys are dropping passes.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't look at it as he's holding them back by any means. Now, I think there are better quarterbacks, but again, that's not it. He's not holding him back.
Shout out to the Purdy family. What a weekend they had. Because while Brock was doing his thing, how about Chubba Purdy? That's Brock's little brother, sophomore, Nebraska. Came in. Tough to tell what kind of game he had. He was 0 for 1 at quarterback for Nebraska. But if anybody watched, I know I did. I was watching that Colorado-Nebraska game because prime time. That is the real deal out there so far. And Shedeur Sanders is a problem. But Nebraska's quarterback, Jeff Sims, if you didn't see it, lost 2 fumbles, threw a pick, he was having a direct snap problem. He was not having. Also, shout out to the Stinger.
Yeah?
By the way.
2-0?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
2-0.
The graphic or the stat that I've just it's in jeopardy this week. They play Stanford. They play Troy Taylor. That's gonna be a tough game. But right now, and I may have this off the top of my head. If I have it right, I hope I do. Active Division I regular season win streaks: Georgia 28, Sacramento State 21, Michigan 19. That's the list.
You're kidding me.
Georgia, Michigan, and Sacramento State in between. That's pretty cool. Again, it might end this week with Stanford. Who knows? You never know.
I mean, I feel like it shouldn't count because they're playing Stanford, right?
But it counts because last year they beat Colorado State, who they had to play up, and they beat them, so it's added onto their list.
Well, it's Stanford's home opener, and you know what? They stayed with USC. It was just barely. USC squeaked out a 56-10 win over them. Let's go to a Dominique real quick, who's been holding. Good morning, Dominique. You're on with Dave and Jason.
Good morning, Dave. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Sorry if I'm wearing my headset, and I know the wind noise bothers you. Hopefully, I'll keep it down to a minimum.
That's all right.
I've also got an idiot. I have an idiot neighbor that believes in leaf blowers, and those things should be outlawed.
I can hear you fine. Go ahead.
I would like to give out game balls, if I may. I'd like to give one out to Fred Warner.
Yeah.
Who was just amazing. I'd like to give a game ball to Wisnowski. He was incredible. 3 punts inside the 10 and 2 of those inside the 5. And my last game ball, I'd like to give tongue-in-cheek to Mr. Jerry Jones for taking CeeDee Lamb and having Ayuk fall right in our lap. Best thing he ever did.
Thank you, Dominic. Run those steps, buddy.
Yes.
Hey, where's who's our guy, our caller? Why am I he's calling every day forever.
Mitch,
thank you. Why was I blanking on Mitch? Where's Mitch? Is Mitch okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to see Mitch.
Maybe Mitch went on vacation.
Maybe Mitch is on vacation. He just no phones anywhere. Yeah. What did I have for you too? One more thing. Brock Purdy. I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to play you a clip if you'd be okay with that. It's Kyle Shanahan and the game plan.
You don't go in thinking that it's going to all be Ayuk like it was today. You go in with a pretty balanced, and the thing that just me looking at the stats right before I came in, anytime you throw it someone 8 times and all 8 of them are completions.
So there you go. It wasn't all about Ayuk.
Yeah.
And hearing Kyle Shanahan after the game say that reminded me of something I think we all need to keep in mind, especially going into week 2, is that you're more than welcome to come out to the Marysville Stampede September 16th and 17th. That's at the Cotton Rosser Arena. That is an arena home to a lot of memories, Cotton Rosser Arena. Maybe you can be a part of one as well. Get your tickets at MarysvilleStampede.com. We will take a break. When we come back, let's look at that NFC West and what they did. Also have some highlights from your Vegas Raiders, some post game as well. We'll get to that right after this.
What's the latest with the San Francisco 49ers? Carmichael, Dave, and Jason Ross keep you up to date on all things red and gold during the Niners at 9 every weekday at 9 a.m. on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
Oh, he's back. Who's back? The clown. The naked one? Yes. Giggles. He just drove on the lot in a new Kia. Does he want to trade it in? No. He wants to show it off. Isn't he showing off enough? Oh, here he comes.
See what Elk Grove Kia did for me? That's service. That's why they got my business, not you.
Yeah, I think we've already seen too much of your business. Thank you.
Elk Grove Kia. Great service for everyone.
Elk Grove Kia has never made it easier for you to show it off. Don't worry about credit. No credit, bad credit, charge-offs, repos. Don't worry. Our team has over 100 years of experience. Others say no. Elk Grove Kia says yes. Get your next Kia today at Elk Grove Kia in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or elkgrovekia.com and show it off today.
Elk Grove Kia.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
We got kicked in the teeth today in a lot of ways.
Short and sweet.
You tell him, Mike.
We got kicked in the teeth today in a lot of ways.
Before I forget, I'm so excited. I have some college football, class of 23 names for you.
Oh, I know. What? Better than Fish McWilliams?
Fish McWilliams is fantastic. From the Oklahoma Sooners. No, I don't want you looking. Quarterback, General Booty.
Yes. Call 1-800-GENERAL now. General Booty.
General Booty, quarterback. Yeah. What was it? I used to, Colt McCoy is a graduate of this list, by the way, because he was playing down there.
Yeah.
Like, that's just.
Felt like a quarterback name from Texas.
This isn't a new one, but it's a return. Defensive back, Alabama Crimson Tide, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember, some of these are nicknames, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be a Bakari Rambo.
Right.
Not everybody can, the coldest Crawford Cornhusker wide receiver.
The coldest?
D.E. coldest. The coldest. That is, I'm here for it.
That is the great.
The great. UTSA Roadrunners football cornerback. Kenner, Louisiana. Pig Cage.
Yes.
Not Nick Cage.
Pig Cage and Fish McWilliams. Hold on. From Adrian Wojnarowski, the NBA's competition committee has recommended stricter guidelines on resting players for national TV games and multiple stars together in the same games. The board of directors expected to vote Wednesday to pass those measures. Shams also is reporting on this too. Shams Charania. They're expected to vote this week on a new policy that a team is unable to rest two star players in the same game. Okay, how do you? My first question is, how do you define who a star is? What's the definition and the rules on that? Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of all that. How do you define who a star is? Number one. Number two, how do you determine they're not hurt?
Right.
Anyways, back to South Carolina, but he plays for North Carolina. Defensive back, Storm Duck.
Yeah.
Give me
Storm Duck, Pig Cage, Fish McWilliams.
Fish McWilliams. Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks wide receiver, Boogie Knight. This guy plays for the Boston College Eagles. Jason, I know you're not currently, but you are a former program director. You're very familiar with the names. I'm thinking of a certain TV show where people got away with this, but I just need a clearance. Am I allowed to say this person's name on the air? Because
yes,
the up Creek?
Yeah.
I'm so scared. Even though you're saying yes, I'm gonna opt out. Let's just remember that show Blanks Creek. Okay, this is the same type of thing, but it's an ITTA at the end. Rhymes with Splitta.
Yeah.
Splitta Silla, Sillah. Hot Rod Fitton. He's a linebacker for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Could I say that? From the Buffalo Bulls, wide receiver Booby Curry. One of my favorite names, Tennessee wide receiver Squirrel White. Linebacker, Stanford Cardinal. You're going to see them this weekend. Thunder Justice Keck. That's an awesome name.
Thunder Justice.
Thunder Justice Keck. Let's go. Linebacker, Arkansas Razorbacks, Bumper Pool. Safety, LSU Tigers, Major Burns. By the way, we're laughing in fun, not in jest. These are awesome. This is not a what a stupid name segment. This is these guys have awesome names, and I wish I was having more kids because I would
name him Bumper Pool.
All the way down. Bumper Pool Carmichael is an awesome name. Number 14, Fish McWilliams, UAB Blazers. I've got to put him up the rankings.
He moves up.
Tulane Green Wave wide receiver, Fat Watts. But it's PHAT.
Oh, yes.
Fat Watts. I usually like mine organized, but the Charlotte 49ers guard, he's Panda Askew.
Not Express.
The San Diego State Aztecs, their safety, New Zealand Williams. From the South Florida Bulls, this just rolls off the tongue. Wide receiver, Aju, AJOU. Still, it reminds me of one of my favorite names still to this day, Anime Ojo.
Oh, yeah.
Got the ball from the JT O'Sullivan, just Anime Ojo. just rolls off the tongue. Demon Clowney, Ole Miss. Steel Chambers, Ohio State. I think some of these guys might have graduated because I'm seeing Tank Bigsby for the Auburn Tigers. Okay. We know he just scored a touchdown. A couple more here from UNLV, Tiger Shanks.
Yeah.
From South Carolina, wide receiver Juice Wells. And let's see, from Rice, tight end Jaeger Bull.
Nice.
These are great names.
Yeah.
Are we still giving the nod to Fish McWilliams?
I like that. Pig Cage is up there for me.
Pig Cage, Storm Duck. We talked about Dakotas Crawford.
Yeah.
And General Booty. Not, by the way, not Colonel Booty.
No, he's General. He's in those stripes.
General Booty. The NFC West, Jason, real quick. The Cardinals hung with the Commanders. Ultimately, they fell short. I know you're not supposed to do the moral victory thing. Look, there's no reason for the Cardinals to win any games this year.
It's going to be a tough year for them. But they did compete. That's the thing, when teams seem awful, it's still the NFL. There's still talent everywhere, and teams will stay in games. And they had every chance to win that game.
The fact that they're going into the season with Josh Dobbs, no offense to Josh Dobbs, but they signed him like 17 minutes before game time pretty much. The fact that they're going with Josh Dobbs and they were still able to score 16 points against the Commanders. Please keep in mind, they did not have a receiving touchdown. They did not have a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
They just, did their thing.
Well, and the other part is, everyone's talking about them. They should lose or they'll get the first pick, likely Caleb Williams out of USC. That's fine, but you do have a guy that will return at some point in Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
In that, you could trade him, but
right.
That's an interesting situation they're going to be in at some point.
By the way, that one touchdown, if you're wondering, that was a Cam Thomas pick 6. The Rams beat up the Seahawks.
That was impressive.
It was really honestly impressive. And let's not forget, they've lost a lot. This is a team that was a Super Bowl champion about 20 minutes ago, and they also have Cooper Kupp out.
Yes.
They were still able to do that without Cooper Kupp. And I'm no doctor, but it just sounds based on when you cover sports for a long time, you tend to, and it's not always right, but you tend to pick up on tonnage. I'm not a big believer Cooper Kupp's coming back anytime soon. Not just 4 games from now, but it sounds like he's got some sort of really strange hamstring issue.
And that's a guy that would constantly get targeted, constantly made plays, a huge part of their offense. So for them to get a win without him, with others, next man up, whatever, all the football cliches, that's really good win for them.
I don't know if you saw any of the pregame pictures of Sean McVay, the head coach for the Rams. He was walking in with Matthew Stafford. We've talked about this before, and this always fits our demo perfectly, especially when we're talking football on a Monday. We nominated Gabe Kapler, but is it time to throw Sean McVay in the best-looking, most stylish manager / coaches?
Pretty nice.
Like, he's rolling in next to scruffy Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
And you're looking at this picture now. That's like a $5,000 suit.
Oh, I'm sure.
And Sean is perfectly coiffed. The beard, the hair. Notice the hair combed in and then he went to Sean McVay literally went to a stylist before the game.
Yeah, it's like he was going to an award show.
You know what, though? You dress the part. You fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And they weren't faking it at all. Not only did they beat the Seahawks, who were last year's surprise team, or at least certainly one of them, that's not an easy place to play up there.
Correct.
And for them to go into Seattle and beat them on their home opener is pretty interesting. And now the Niners go into LA this Sunday to face the Rams. 2-game road start, by the way, for the Niners. They'd obviously like to come back 2-0, but now you get a little something all of a sudden against the Rams. And I feel like it should be a better test, but if you asked me 24 hours ago, who's a better team, the Rams or the Steelers? I said the Steelers all day.
Yeah.
By proxy, if the Niners did to the Steelers what they did, they should smoke the Rams.
Well, it'd be great to do it, right? Because then you'd have the obvious be 2-0, but you have 2 road wins. You'd have a conference win, a division win, So with the home opener the week after that, I think it's a short week too. I think they play on the Thursday night in week 3. So it's a good start for them. Impressive what the Rams have done, but I just think the Niners, barring mistakes, it just seems like a team that they should be able to handle the Rams.
In case you're wondering, you degenerates, the Niners currently right now at BetOnline AG. What do you think?
6.5.
6.5. Way off. They're 5.5.
Okay.
Just way off. 5.5-point favorites on the road.
I believe it.
We will take a break. When we come back, what to watch. And boy, do we have stuff to watch tonight. And let's go streaking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby streaks. We'll take a break. When we come back, all of that and more. Final half hour of the program. And then we'll get to a crosstalk with somebody. We'll do all that right here on Sactown Sports.
Your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sactown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Eileen Javor in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Starting at our Monday morning with some cool temperatures. We'll see those temperatures warm, though, with plenty of sunshine back into the mid-90s this afternoon with a light breeze. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Plumbing, electrical, heating and air, everything that makes your home your home. With Bonnie, you sure got that covered. And right now, get your air conditioner tuned up for just $79. Originally $129. Bonnie.com.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Uma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Uma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Uma?
Yep. Switching to Uma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Uma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Innovation Refunds does not provide tax or legal advice. We work with an independent network of tax professionals and will share information with them to evaluate and process your claims. Terms and conditions apply. Ty is a paid spokesman.
I'm Ty Burrell, actor and small business owner. You can trust Innovation Refunds with your small business's ERC claim because of their SOC 2 Type 1 security compliance. Without this, how can you be sure a company can protect your information? It's not like here on the radio, where all you need to be secure is a censor button. My password to my bank account is Ty's cool password 1. Uh-oh. Luckily, Innovation Refunds is more reliable. Go to innovationrefunds.com or call 1-843-REFUNDS to get started.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life and your choices with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age, but there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get wings the way you want them. Try Twin Peaks wings bone-in breaded, naked, smoked and grilled, or boneless in your favorite sauce or rub.
Sactown Sports. It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking.
And one more note, Jason. Not the last note, but another note we haven't really talked about today on the 49ers.
Huh?
Let me do some quick math. 1, carry the 2. I think Drake Jackson's on pace for 51 sacks this year.
That's right. He had a great day.
How about Drake Jackson matching TJ Watt with 3 sacks? If obviously that ain't happening every day, but if he can be a consistent threat,
yeah.
Dear Lord, that good luck quarterbacks. I don't know if you saw the clip of Geno Smith. He was passing. I'll try to find it. He was dropping back to pass Seahawks, and Aaron Donald had an open line to him, and he got rid of the ball just at the right moment. And you hear Geno Smith audibly say, "Oh my God!" and that is the most human thing I saw out of the NFL all weekend. If Aaron Donald was rushing me and there was nobody in between me and Aaron Donald. And were you down there when we had Aaron Donald on? Oh, no, that was Deuce and Mo. We had Aaron Donald on years ago at Radio Row, and he sat with us. Then we all posed for pictures, and I'm thinking, like, I was actually like an inch taller than him, and I'm thinking this. But then he was wearing a jacket, and he took his jacket off to give to a handler to go to the next radio schmoes doing it. And he takes his jacket off, and he was wearing some sort of like tight shirt. And I was like, oh my God, that shirt was just like, help me. He is a large,
yes, he is,
muscular man. All right, streak time.
All right, so let's check in on our streaking. Dave, last week on Friday, you were at 0, so you're trying to get to 1.
Yeah.
You picked Jose Altuve.
Easy pick, right? I mean, come on.
And it was.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, you got a hit.
Okay.
You're at 1.
Yay!
Congrats!
Yay for me. By the way, here's what I was talking about. Here's Geno Smith with Aaron Donald staring him down. See if you can hear.
On third down, Smith, pressure comes late, and it's incomplete.
Oh my God!
Help me!
That is his mommy. That's exactly what I would have been saying. Oh gosh! All right, so I'm at 1.
You're at 1. Good job. Good job. All right, I was at 1, trying to get to 2.
Yeah,
and I went with the guy. I remember Friday had all the numbers of our tendencies, who we picked the most. The guy I picked the most was Ellie De La Cruz, so I went back to him. He had never failed till Friday.
No,
my streak is over.
No, I'm sorry. It's over. It's over now. Move over. No streak.
So I'm at 0. Jay Mars was going to keep his streak alive until he was done.
All right,
right. He didn't pass away.
Arrest in RIE. Arrest in employment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he had stuck with Logan O'Hop or something like that, guy from the Angels. He's like, well, I'm just going to keep him. He homered on Friday. So he's at 5. I have asked him for a pick. I have not heard one from him yet.
He's going to text. He's going to automated response. Yes. I don't work there anymore.
Well, I want to see him see how far he can get. So he's at 5. He's at 5. You're at 1. I'm at 0. Jay Johnson's starting
Can I tell you what I would hate the most?
Is if he broke it,
dude,
from afar.
If ex Sactown sports employee Jay Mars breaks the record, that's a problem.
Well, you're safe. You're at 11.
Okay,
that's the record.
All right,
you're at 1 now. How do you get to 2? Who are you picking today?
I'm just going to be that guy and try to keep it simple, stupid. Give me Ronald Acuna Jr.
Okay, I'm going to go just to my favorite guy. So I'm going to take Aaron Judge.
I know. Isn't he like 12 for 12 for you or something?
He's been good.
Something.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's let you down at all.
Jay Johnson, you can pick from everybody in all of major leagues. You're starting fresh.
Yeah, I'm taking Jacob Young from the Washington Nationals.
Jacob Young's
ready.
Slapping things around.
Yeah, he is.
There you go.
Okay, very good. We're all set. We're ready to go. We're all streaking. Want to remind you, UC Davis football is back in action this Saturday. The Aggies, they need you. Yes, you, ma'am. Yes, you, sir. They need you there to cheer them on. So why don't you hit up the whole Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now? We're looking for caller number, let's say 7, in honor of the amount of points the Steelers scored. Caller number 7 to win the family. That's a 4-pack, by the way. You can take the fam. You can take a couple friends, whatever you want. Family 4-pack. Caller 7 to go see UC Davis football in action this Saturday. For more info, visit SactownSports.com. And also want to remind you to come on out and perhaps join me to the Marysville Stampede, September 16th and 17th at the Cotton Roster Arena. Get your tickets at MarysvilleStampede.com. Hey, tonight,
Monday Night Football.
Oh, there's that, but there's also the A's Astros.
True.
That's gonna be a 2 straight nights.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just woof, right? I'm just gonna be all over. I saw the I think it's for this coming weekend. It was a Fox promo, and was it the Red? I thought it was the Red Sox. Did the Red Sox and Yankees play yesterday?
They're playing tonight.
They're playing tonight. Maybe it is for. Maybe it is for tonight. What is the day today? The 11th. Let me see here. Where are you guys? Yeah, because it's Yankees, Red Sox. Nah, that wasn't it, because it was either Yankees, Red Sox, or And that's like the big game.
Yeah.
And then it's like some of you, so maybe this is a while off, but it's like most of you will see Yankees, Red Sox, while some of you unfortunate souls will see the Rays and Orioles. And I'm thinking, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see the Rays and Orioles.
I want Yankees, Red Sox, baby.
Well, Tampa Bay and Baltimore, huge markets, especially Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Huge. That's tonight. Guardians at Giants. The Giants did what they needed to do.
They did. They're trying to make this interesting. I still think they're 1.5 back.
Yeah. 1.5 back. They swept the Rockies. They had to do that. You're gonna need to keep doing that and then come back, sweep the Rockies again before you basically play the Dodgers or Padres with a little spliff of Diamondback thrown in there for 2 games to finish out your year. But yeah, Monday Night Football. Bills and Jets. I like how I wrote down here Rodgers' debut. Thanks, because we wouldn't have known that. Aaron Rodgers making his debut tonight at home, MetLife Stadium, after New York fans saw their Giants, and that, of course, is that's the prime team in New York. That's the Giants are the Yankees. That's the team. The Giants are the Dodgers. That's the prime team there. It's the first time you'll ever hear anyone say the Giants are the Dodgers, but I meant football, football/baseball. The Jets are, the Mets. The Jets are the Islanders. But I think there's safe to say a little more hype surrounding them.
For sure. And I think it's a big game for the area. It's a big game nationally. The Jets have had all the hype. The Bills were kind of that team that has had the hype in the last couple of years, and then they've not finished the deal here in the postseason. So I don't know that people are sleeping on the Bills, if that's the accurate thing, but I think people want more from them. And I don't know how much more they can do in the regular season. They got to prove it in the postseason. But teams in different spots, but both are trying to get to the same place. And, Aaron Rodgers, 2 years removed from being a 2-time straight MVP. So, what kind of year is he going to have with his team?
Probably up until at least yesterday, the story of the NFL week was not just the Chiefs losing, but also the slippery fingers of Kadarius Toney. And there's nothing America likes more than a comeback. We all fail. And it humanizes people, and it's how you handle yourself in failure. So I have to give a shout out to Kadarius Toney, who shut down his Twitter account because he didn't want to hear, all the garbage he was getting from Giants fans, mainly, and Chiefs fans, because he's a former Giant, left unceremoniously. Well, he did what everybody should do after, single-handedly costing your team a game. He went back on social media after the Giants lost and posted a picture of them down 26-0 with the caption, "Don't get quiet now." So, he did that on Instagram. Good job, Kadarius. Nobody likes seeing somebody fail terribly more than watching somebody talk trash after you failed about your old team. That has nothing to do with you whatsoever, but that is what it is. A couple more notes here. Mike Tomlin, want to hear this again?
We got kicked in the teeth today.
We just need to clip that up.
We got kicked in the teeth today.
That's great. What else, Mike?
It was a failure on our part in all areas. We got to coach better. We got to play better. We talked about a lot of the things and worked on a lot of the things that unfolded in the ways that we didn't want them to. And so we go back to the drawing board.
I love Mike Tomlin. Can I just say that? I
do.
I truly, I am in love with, I will always be in love with Mike. It just comes out. It's like, yeah, we sucked.
Yeah. And we're going to be better.
And we're going to be better. Finally, want to hear from Sean Payton, head coach of the Broncos. If you missed in all the hullabaloo and kerfuffling of the win for the Raiders, but didn't start out great for them for a few seconds, as Sean Payton, as he did in the Super Bowl, decided to roll with an onside kick. And he did this to start the game, and the Broncos recovered, but it was illegal touching by maybe a quarter of a yard. Sean Payton's all about the odds.
So it was something we discussed. If we won the toss, we were going to defer. Then obviously we wanted it kicked over on our sideline. So, it was just one of those things that we felt percentage-wise, we felt pretty good about the odds.
Is that close?
Yeah. Tried to make a statement early, and instead the Raiders got good field position.
Would that have changed the entire game? We'll never know, Jason Ross.
We'll never know.
We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, let's cross talk. I see Chris Watkins in the other room. Maybe we'll have somebody else with him as well, and we'll do some celebrity birthdays. We'll do all that along with what the heck is the national day today. And by the way, we're aware it's 9/11. We're talking about the other dumb stuff, not 9/11, which is incredibly important. We had a long conversation about that earlier. Can't mention it enough, though. Think of friends, family, and all those who sacrificed both before, during, and after, and those still suffering from that terrible day back in 2001. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Crosstalk next.
Has Monty put together a roster that can help make a deep playoff run this season?
Just trying to give coach options, give him guys that can help us win in a variety of areas. Obviously, our top guys are going to play every game, but there's going to be other times, whether it's injuries, matchups, we've got to have some variety on the bench for coach to point to and say, go in there and help us win.
Tune into every Kings game this season
on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Whether you're shopping for your favorite Honda online or in person, you'll see why Stockton Honda is the #1 Honda dealer in Northern California and why buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Visit in person or online at StocktonHonda.com, where your favorite Honda is ready for you.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claim based on 2022 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company's own one report.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Meet Bruce.
Hey there.
He's a busy soccer dad who's trying hard to learn the game.
Go for the end zone.
Whoops. Luckily, other things come easy, like banking with Chase. On a tip from his banker, he set up AutoSave in the Chase mobile app. So what are you saving for, Bruce?
Father-daughter soccer camp.
Smart bankers, convenient tools, one bank with the power of both. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
AutoSave requires a Chase checking and savings account. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching your kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
If you're new to the game, here are a few etiquette mistakes to avoid. On the tee, if it's your turn to play, that should be your priority. Don't be totaling up your shots on the previous hole and marking your scorecard. There's plenty of time for that after you've hit. In the fairway, be ready to go. Know your yardages, wind conditions, and club you'll hit. When it's your turn, hit it and keep the game moving. When someone else is hitting, keep the noise to yourself. Don't be using a zipper on your golf bag, rummaging for a golf ball, or jangling coins in your pocket. Be sure to watch other players' shots. You'll find errant shots quicker, and you'll have a friend for life. Be careful with your shadows on the greens and tees. Late afternoon shadows are long, and your movements can be distracting. If faster players are behind you, invite them to play through. And while it's less of an issue with soft spikes, be careful when walking across another player's putting line. They'll appreciate it and silently thank you. Above all, have fun. It's a game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
I love being a bartender. I love waiting tables. But at the end of my shift, my feet were killing me. And so I had to pretend like I was having a good time. And really, I couldn't wait to sit down. But it wasn't just my feet. It was also my knees were achy. A lot of neck pain, too. I was in so much pain. I kind of lost hope, really. And then I saw the Good Feet store, and that's when everything changed.
For over 20 years, we've helped people like Kristen enjoy their work again without their feet getting in the way.
It was pretty shocking to realize that I'd been in so much pain, and suddenly I'm completely pain-free. Now that I have the Good Feet arch supports, I don't have to pretend to be happy. I'm genuinely happy. So, cheers. My name is Kristen, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Good Feet in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Chris Watkins.
It's a little less crowded in here today.
Yeah. Weekend.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's pretty, I shouldn't say uneventful, but it was all right.
Yeah. Watch a little football.
A lot of football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I see you post a picture of your football setup? Was that you?
Yeah.
It's a nice
Yeah.
setup.
Thank you. Yeah.
A couple screens going.
Yeah, I had to. It was a little bit difficult because, like, I have a YouTube TV account, like through like my household.
Yes.
And then my dad has like a Sunday ticket account, but you can't sign in on the TV. So it was like, especially because I had to watch the Niners and my team at the same time, and so it was kind of. I would have liked to do the 4-box. I heard great things about the 4-box.
Yeah, there it is. There's the setup.
Yeah, so I had to watch one screen on my laptop and one on TV. It's fine. First
Vikings
world
are
problems.
always close to your heart right there.
I always say this to
They're
fellow
getting further away.
YouTube fans, YouTube TV fans. If you don't shell out all the money for a Sunday ticket, $10 a month during football season, get your red zone. That's what I do. I don't do the ticket because my Niners are Ninering.
Right.
Sunday, but the red zone. A lot of people, by the way, their first red zone without Andrew Siciliano, Scott Hansen. I watched Scott for years.
I'm a Scott Hansen guy.
Yeah, I love Scott. I loved Andrew Siciliano too, but loved me some Scott Hansen. So before we get to everything, today is 9/11, so that's the most important thing to observe today. And gentlemen, when observing 9/11. Which is one of the worst days in the history of this country. It's always, I always appreciate it because it happens every year when a company does something stupid for 9/11.
Yes.
This year's award goes to DraftKings. DraftKings unveiled a Never Forget 9/11 parlay.
Oh, I saw this.
Bet these New York teams to win tonight on 9/11. Mets to beat Arizona, Yankees to beat Boston, Jets to beat Buffalo. They have taken it down, shockingly, and issued a lengthy apology for it. I don't know how that gets past people. What was it? 1 year, it was something like get 9 chicken wings for $11 or 11 for $9. There's always something like the Never Forget special. Here's just, remember, Jason, was it last week when we were saying like simple rules of PR? Number one, never invoke Hitler. Just never any quotes, there's not any.
No Hitler callbacks.
If Hitler said the sky is blue, just don't be like Hitler said once. Just don't do it.
We all agree.
Never invoke the name of Hitler other than Hitler was the worst and he's dead. Like, that's okay, I guess. Also, never tie in 9/11 with any advertising. Just don't do it. Now, I would say this, as many people remark. There's nothing wrong with giving a special nod and a wink and a shout out to New York teams on 9/11. Those New York teams, I don't have a problem with that. Making money or promoting your brand based on 9/11.
Bad taste.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Just profiting off tragedy in general.
Let's not do that ever at all. Just never do it. That's great advice. You're a young man, but that's your wisdom beyond your years.
I try.
In addition, obviously, to that, today is also National Hot Cross Bun Day. I didn't even know what that is until I saw it. It's just a bun.
Oh, it's bread. Yes.
Sure.
I don't think I've ever observed it,
It's
but I
more
would be
appealing
interested.
that way, I feel. It gives pretzel bun vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
which
they
I'm
do the
always
little
down
X
for.
on there. Yeah. It's kind of like the little things in a pie that like pie people put.
Thanks, Mark's the spot.
I'm not a pie person, but like I would always think like grandma making pie and like cool it in the window. They put the little things in there.
And then people come flying into the window.
Yeah. Birds.
I watched a video
Skunks.
once on how they make the
cats,
the, like crisscross tops for a pie.
Yeah,
I'm sure you did.
Really complicated.
You watched a video.
I literally did. I watched a video this morning, and by the way, it's not just for radio. Like, I really am just an absolute moron. I watched, noticed right under, because I have this on Sactown Sports' thing during, right underneath this, what is the second thing I have listed?
How to replace pool Q-tip.
Yeah, I was curious how you replace a pool Q-tip.
Do you have a pool table?
I just got one over the weekend.
Okay, at least that's... Okay.
And so some of the pool cues need replacing, and it came with a kit, but I've never done this. So I was watching this guy who made it seem incredibly complicated, how to sand down and glue and do all this stuff.
Just buy a new one.
Our pool cue, I don't even know. Our pool cue is expensive.
I have no idea.
I feel like
Probably
Make
not
your own.
cheap, but...
Speaking of make your own, final day today. It's National Make Your Bed Day. I'm going to tell you something. This is the one thing I don't do in my life that I really like, because all the logic behind it's great. I've read like think pieces on making your bed, that making your bed is like part of a mental organization to start your day.
Sets the tone.
It sets the tone for the whole day. And then when you go to bed, it's awesome just to peel back the made covers and get in there. I think the only times we ever make our bed is when we wash our sheets, and we probably should make the bed more often. Our bed is just a pile of sheets and comforters and pillows.
Yeah, I only make it if I just clean the sheets, or if like people are going to come through and might need to use our bathroom or something, if
that makes
anyone's
sense.
going to come by. But besides that, I mean, I don't believe it. My girlfriend likes to try and get into that mental routine, but if I think about it, I'll make it, but it's not like brushing my teeth.
Right. It's not
a checklist before I leave.
It's not on you, though. You're the first one out of bed. So
That's
it's on your
right.
wife.
My sloppy wife. What the hell? I guess in our defense, 16 years of marriage, we don't ever mess the bed up.
Not touching that.
Me neither. Jason, why do I feel like you're a bed maker?
I am.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I mean,
his silence was deafening.
I knew it.
I was very judging you guys.
Yeah, I could see you with your...
Obviously, my wife would still be in bed when I leave. So I don't there. But on the weekend, she does. But then on the weekend, generally I do. Or I would say I'm usually the second one out of bed in the weekend. Like
Jay Johnson, are you a bed maker?
I am not.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Thank you. I know Nate's not. Let me now. When you
Nate doesn't have a bed.
When you Nate has. Why do I feel like Nate
got a futon?
He does. Nate's got a car bed.
Yes.
Nate 100%.
Water bed, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a water bed.
What happened to water beds?
They're gone.
Why?
I don't know if they're gone, but
it's not really functional. Like it's not like
I had a water bed for like 4 years once.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
No, it was good. You turn up the heat in the wintertime, you get it, it's all nice and warm. You can turn it down in the summertime so it's cooling. What happened?
Is it comfortable?
Yeah.
The hesitation.
It's not uncomfortable, but it's just so cool. I will say this.
Can't jump on those.
It's not always comfortable.
Yeah.
What's like the age cutoff for a water bed?
I feel like there shouldn't be.
I feel like there should be.
Wait, was the waterbed more for kids? I always thought it was for adults.
That's what
before.
I thought.
Like when I was a kid.
But they were like,
I don't know anyone that has waterbed.
It was
now.
the craze.
It feels like something like an adult shouldn't have. Like it feels like something that.
Like they were for kids?
Yeah, I mean, it feels more like a
play bed.
Yeah, it feels more like in the spirit of bunk beds than it does like a.
When I grew up, my friend's parents had a waterbed, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Then I got one when I was like 12, and I was like, "This is the greatest thing ever," and it was. And then, I know why. Oh, you know what? I might just answer my own question because I think it was a cat or something. One of our animals like poked a hole in it, and it was a big problem. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe insurance outlawed them.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't that cat. Wasn't the one I rolled over on. No. I didn't get revenge on the cat. Celebrity birthdays. Brought to you by Awkward. Celebrity birthdays. R.I.P. Kitty. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than Crumble Cookies. Crumble Cookies are so good. They taste best with you. Thank you, Eddie Gleason. By the way, I want to invite you out to the Marysville Stampede, September 16th and 17th. Chris, I know you and I usually do this every year. It's at the Cotton Rosser Arena. Get your tickets at MarysvilleStampede.com. Jason Ross, celebrity birthdays.
All right, happy birthday on this September 11th to Ludacris. Ludacris Watkins.
Ludacris coming in on the verse. He's never been defeated, and he won't stop now. Folsom Lake Honda.
Yeah, let me tell you about them. That's your one-stop Honda shop. We always thank them because they're also have our Folsom Lake Honda hotline.
Luda!
Yeah. So Ludacris, what do we got?
Ludachristopher, which is his full name, is 52.
I'll say 50.
51 because I thought I was going 52.
So what do we have? 52, 51, 50?
Yeah.
Chris Watkins, Ludacris Watkins with a win, 46.
46.
Wow. Way younger than I thought.
Yeah.
Used to be a DJ back in the day.
Radio DJ.
Radio DJ.
Really?
Yeah. How about that?
Happy birthday to Taraji P. Henson.
Ooh.
Taraji P. Chris?
Sexy. That's my guess.
Taraji, if I had to guess, I'm trying to think if I have the right person in mind, but I want to say I'll say 56.
Okay.
That's a little high. I'm going a little
I
lower.
could have the
I'm going to say about 51.
I'm going to say 47.
Jay Johnson with a win, 53.
Yeah, she has an adult daughter, I believe. So I figured,
Oh, yeah, you're right. Just looks young.
All right, we'll rotate this. Jay Johnson, you go first. Harry Connick Jr.
I barely even know who that is. I'm going to go with 60. That's high. No, he's not that old. He's 53.
53. I'll say 55.
I'll say 60.
Carmichael Dave with the win, 56.
Yeah, Harry Connick Jr.
All right, Dave, you go first here. Former Falcons head coach, Cowboys defense coordinator, Dan Quinn.
Oh, DQ. Dan Quinn is 54.
Let's say Dan Quinn. It's tough because he's one of those guys who's been bald for so long. Let's say Dan Quinn is 52.
So we have a 54 and a 52.
Yeah, Jay Johnson.
Yeah, 57.
You guys tie, 53.
Wow. Good job, Dan.
All right, let's end with one last one. Let's see here. Former King Ike Diagu. Wasn't the king for a long time.
Arizona State, right?
Yeah, good point.
Wow, well. Then lead it off, Mr. Arizona State.
44.
I'm going to say 41.
I'll say 43. Why not?
Carmichael Dave with a win, 40 for Ike Diagu.
Big Ike Diagu hive right here. Baby. It is you, and it's not Brian. Yes. It's Brian.
Brian
New. Brian, how about new? What's coming up on the big show today?
Of course, talking a lot of week one. Obviously, going to talk some 49ers, going to talk some Raiders, and give our week one overreactions.
Yes.
It's the seasons.
Yes. We had some overreactions. I love overreaction.
It's so great.
It's just so,
especially for week one. It's like you can make the most outlandish statements possible.
It's the best time of the year where you just have all this segment filler.
Oh yeah,
and it works.
Falcons, Jags, Super Bowl.
Woo!
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Go. All right, for Jason Ross, for Chris Watkins, and super duper special shout out to Jay Johnson, who just had 7,000 plates to spin and maybe dropped one, and it wasn't even his fault. It was pass interference. Thank you all so much. Brian and Chris Watkins coming up next. That's you. Enjoy yourselves, everybody. Jets Bills tonight. See you tomorrow morning right here on SactownSports.com.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only.